What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Philly to Detroit Boxing. We got a very special guest on with us today, man. We got Deric Scooter Davis, 1-0 pro. You went 158 and 17 as an amateur. Man, how you doing today, man? You all right?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Grinding, just blessed to be here, blessed to be able to, be on this platform, man. Talk to my fans for sure.
For sure, bro. I really appreciate you for hopping on with us. I've been kind of looking at your career briefly. You know what I mean? I saw you in that team combat league, and that's definitely
Yeah.
one of the first things I wanted to ask you about. How was that, man? How was it competing in that? Is it like a different kind of format? What is the rules to it?
Um, it wasn't really the format of rules really wasn't too different. It basically was okay, 18 rounds is pretty much the max a fighter could fight is 2 rounds. So I only can go 2 rounds and I'm done. But
Right,
so yeah, it was just 18 fighters. They put in and they picked the weight. So like we didn't get to pick if we went twice. It was between the coaches, a coin toss, like like some pickup basketball type stuff. Like who
right.
make it take it. That's how we really was. It was like that, but we fighting. And yeah, that's pretty much how it was. The scoring system, the pro scoring system was the same, kind of, but I would say that that it's for TV, so they wanted to dramatize it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
They
Oh,
want
it
to
was
make
like
it. Say it again.
a team. It was a team thing, like
Yeah.
when they scored this. So basically, it was like how many teammates each team had.
So 18, at least 15 to 18 fighters. So really it could be, a different fighter going in every round. But, strategically, you want to put your best and your weakest, you gotta
Right,
move.
right.
So that's how it really was. So some fighters might not have fought that week because, it wasn't a good stylistic matchup. He'll put in somebody
Mm,
twice. So it's stuff like that that make the combat lead. Cause it feel like it's basically like we pointing to pick them, like point them out, knock them out. You know what I'm saying? That's how it
yeah,
felt.
yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
the
So
score,
it
they
was pretty
add all
fun.
your when they scored, do they just add all y'all rounds up? Like
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Just like how they do in the regular pro fight, they score 120, 108. It was just like
Yeah.
it was crazy. It was like I think the score it was like end up being one of our scores being like 172 to 170. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I'm just
That's how, but
I
but
I
they
like
did it
that.
pretty much the same. It was the same way. You know what I'm saying? And knockout, I mean
Oh,
knockdowns.
that mean I won by 8 rounds.
Yeah, yeah, yep. And that knockdown was a point. Just like regular pro
Yeah.
scoring. And if it was two knockdowns in a round, it's over. That's count as a knockout. So that's it's 2 points deducted. So I mean
Right.
that's pretty much how it was. You know what I'm saying? It
What's
was
it?
it was strictly just them rules, and we was out there rumbling, man. From
What,
season one,
what,
it was fun, man. It was definitely fun for sure.
I said, what made you do something like that? You wasn't scared of basically risking your career, basically like getting hurt.
Nah. One thing about me, since I could say about 11, 12, I've been sparring and stuff with pros and being in there with the best from the Adrian Browners. So I just posted Tank came up,
Tank.
work
Yeah.
yesterday and the Shakors and the Keisha. I've been around people, champion Sean Porter, um,
You said
Lamont Peterson.
Tank came yesterday. You said
Yeah, yeah, Tank came through like yesterday,
at
just yesterday.
that gym in Washington, that crazy gym where it's all
Yeah,
them fighters.
headbangers.
Headbangers, ain't it?
Headbangers, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy. That's
Yeah.
low key the gym. That's low key the gym that low key got me into boxing. Like in terms of like that was like the first big gym where I knew like, oh, all right, that gym got all these
Yeah.
people in there. Like they
Yeah, exactly, and that's my to just for you to say that is
that was
that's
like
what I grew up in.
2014, 14. That's when that gym, like
Yeah,
everybody was you had Bunny coming up,
yeah,
Rashid.
exactly.
Everybody
And
was
that's
like
that
really
time. That's the
cold.
time I'm coming up. Like I'm a young pup
Yeah.
in the game. I'm looking at Bunny. I'm looking at Rashi Warren. I'm looking at Austin Trout, Adrian, and they
Yeah.
all in camp together. Lamont
Yeah.
Peterson, Anthony P. I'm looking at all these people
Link
like,
was in
dang.
there too. He was there a lot. It was
Yep, Tank was
that's
in
all.
again. Everybody, it really was Swift. Jared Hurd used to come
Oh
down. That's
yeah.
how he was
Ariel
getting
Spence
down there.
had some work in there too, didn't he?
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Ariel,
Man,
yeah.
Jamel Herring used
it's
to
a
be
great
there.
it's a yeah. Jamel Herring
Jamel
had
used to
definitely had
be
multiple training camps. See, I'm just forgetting people. It's so many people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I can't
right.
even just name you people. It's I just met them all throughout my life, so it's like what I'm saying.
Mhm.
It's a blessing to be able to be around them and take from them, and that's why I'm going into this combat league. Back to the question. I wasn't worried about the pedigree I was going against because
Right.
I've been in there with every style. Now, of course, I had to get used to just the difference of the 8 ounces and stuff
But
like
didn't
headbutts and things like that. But other than that, it wasn't really too much that I had to get used to.
Did they get some
Mm-hmm.
nice people though? Because I would assume that if once they
Yeah.
see like, oh, all right, they got Scooter Davis, I gotta go
Yeah,
try
nah,
to
man.
get me somebody.
Don't get it messed up now. We ain't just overpower everybody and just
Mhm.
You're
because we were
right.
better. No, it's some fighters out here that from from every city that can boogie. You know what I'm saying? We got to
Yeah.
rumble. Now, I still feel like even in the combat league, they still told us the teams, the people that by far DC was the best skilled team, like
Yeah.
on skills. But you know what I'm saying? Again, it's hard. It's kind of hard to show that you're better all the way around in one round
Two
against a person.
rounds. Yeah,
You know what
one,
I'm
two
saying? And
rounds.
Mac,
Right. Yeah.
so it's not always about okay, just because he's better or sharper. Somebody just might rush you and be strong and could beat you for that one round. You know what I'm saying?
Like
So
a
it's
amateur
not
type time.
it's different. It's different little ways and ways that you can win and approach around. Because it's kind of I would say it. You would think that it have an amateur feel because amateur fields
Yeah.
fight, but it doesn't. Because if you go in there trying to fight like an amateur, you're gonna tire yourself out, and nobody. You know what I'm saying? Them eights don't feel good. So I
Man.
don't I don't recommend nobody doing that. But yeah.
And that don't go on your record, do it?
No, that's the beauty about it. So when it was brought to me, they was telling us already that we don't have to worry about our record because they bought their own slot on BoxRec. So if you go to my BoxRec now or fighters that's on that for in the combat league, we have our own slot in BoxRec that say TCL boxing. So it says amateur
Mm.
boxing, pro boxing, then it says TCL boxing. That's a whole nother section and it don't count against your record. It's not a win loss. Like it says now, sometimes they say you won loss around, but again, like I told y'all, they want to make it for TV. So sometimes we might have got sacrificed to make the stuff the scores a little
Yeah.
closer. So it's
Yeah.
not really too much of looking at the record like, oh he went 6-3 because it's some BS in it. So
Right.
but
Right.
but the fans and the commentators, the people around, they know, and that's all you work. That's all the network people know. That's all I ain't because nobody's looking at oh he went 6-3 or 8-0 in the combat league
So
because
since you since you coming out of that headbangers gym, I gotta assume you was rocking with Spence leading up to that fight.
actually what the Crawford and Terrence fight.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually was with Bud. Actually, I love boxing, man. I was with Bud.
Right.
I didn't think Bud was gonna beat him like that. I thought it was gonna be a unanimous decision. But I
Right.
didn't. But when he started touching him and I saw that he came out the first round, this would let me know that he was on something different. Yeah, because in boxing I know. And when he came out the first round and he went southpaw. If anybody knows it's certain ways you got to fight southpaw. Southpaws are not used to fighting other southpaws. They're used to fighting orthodox fighters. So when he went southpaw, he already had made the adjustment to say, "I'm gonna make you fight where you're uncomfortable at already." And the biggest thing with him is South people knows that with a southpaw, they really don't like jabbing a whole lot. Like they're not jabbers. They really they like they brick hands. So, but Crawford, that's what he kept killing him with. We kept hitting him with a jab. He knocked him down with a jab. Spence wasn't couldn't out jab him. See, but Crawford as an orthodox fighter, he knows that you gotta lead, you gotta go behind the jab. And that's what
Yeah.
gives southpaw fighters when they're fighting other southpaws, you gotta use the jab. And when I started seeing that, he started touching them too easy. I started saying like, oh, it's gonna be a long night. But then
Right.
I still didn't think that he was gonna beat him up like he did
Like that,
that
man.
bad. Like I
Yeah.
even doing like I was sitting next to my father. We had a fight party and stuff, and I'm looking at him like I'm looking at I'm like, it's round five. I'm like, young, he really doing this to Spence. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on,
Yeah,
like you
man.
could tell the stoppage was about to come. Like everybody, you could see
Man.
it. You
You
could
can
see it, like
see
you
it.
knew this was about to come, but it's like I'm like, whoa, he really doing this? Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I
I did
still,
not see that. I did not see it. Not like that.
Not
Not
like
like that.
that.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's yeah.
I still ain't get over that one still. Like I still wake up some days like, dang,
I don't even watch.
really,
I don't
he
even. That's
really
one of
did
the fights I
that?
don't even watch. I don't even watch that fight. Like that's
Watch
not a
that
fight.
back.
I
I
don't go
never
back and
watch.
watch
No,
that.
I can't. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I
I
can't
can't
watch
watch
that.
nobody who, cause Bud, like I'm gonna be honest, I'd have felt the same way if Spence did Bud the exact same.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'd
I
have
would have felt the
also
same
felt
way.
Exactly.
the exact
I'd have
same
felt the
way.
same way.
Exactly.
Because again, like I said, I was going for Bud, but I
Right,
didn't think that Bud was gonna do it like that. And I don't. And Spence,
right.
my man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Spence cool. Like I ain't got
I
no
didn't want
problems. I
neither
love
one of them
Spence.
to do that to each other. I'm
Yeah,
thinking it's
yeah.
gonna be
I thought
back
it was
and
gonna be a
forth.
great. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Fight. It's like man, that was
Man.
a good fight. No, that was an ass whooping.
That's
I ain't.
exactly what it
Yeah,
was.
I ain't watching that. I ain't want to
I
see
ain't gonna
because
lie. Like some days, like I said, some days, man, I wake up and it just slipped my mind. damn, he
Damn.
really did that.
He really
But
whooped on him like
That's a
that,
bad
bro.
but
motherfucker. Like that just slipped
man,
my every couple hours.
but I've been really saying that T Bud was a
Like we
bad
been
nigga.
knew he was bad, but like,
But
damn,
that just show you that like how bad
dang.
he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That just because
out there.
he been everybody was just discrediting him. You know what I'm
Bro
saying?
was Michael Jackson bad. We knew he was
He
bad.
been knocking people. He been knocking people out. He been doing this, but we wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, giving it the credit we thought, you know what I'm saying, it deserved.
Exactly.
But then when he do it like that, it's like, oh yeah, nah, that nigga
Now
real.
it's like, cause
Yeah,
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 yeah. Now it's like and
Uh,
then we were saying too, like we always say that he fought way lesser opponents that
yeah.
gave him a lot better fight. We always say that, and then he come up to the best motherfucker
Cause
and just
I ain't gonna
whoop
lie
him.
though. I ain't gonna lie that as a fighter that has, you know what I'm saying, when you supremely talented and you got, you know what I'm saying, God bless the abilities and stuff like that, it's kinda hard all the time to somebody to raise the bar and get you all the way up. You know what I'm saying? You have
Right.
to
Exactly. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You have to fight somebody that you know of that caliber. So when he fought Spence, he was like, I got to be on my A plus game.
yo,
Have
you know what's
to. Right.
crazy?
So he trained like that the entire time, and when he came out there, he was on this
It
A
looked
plus
like
plus
that.
game, and he
It
looked like
looked
it.
like
But I think for the lesser opponents, it's not that they're a lesser opponent. It's just they're not Spence. It just don't give you the same scare. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I'm saying when he fought Benavidez brother, right? When you say, "Oh, he about to fight Benavidez brother," and then you say he about to fight Earl Spence, it's gonna get. They're both solid. You gotta respect both fighters. They're both great fighters and good fighters. But when you say Spence's name, it just scare you a little bit more. Like, oh, I got to be ready. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think he just got up for that fight. You know what I'm saying? He was
Yeah. No,
excited. He was
for real.
ready. He was
Do you think
hyped,
it
and
was
he was ready
the
to go.
do you think it was more because I thought it was that too, because I ain't gonna lie, just watching it, he ain't get touched like that. I'm just like, yo, Bud get touched by everybody. Like before he get the adjustment out the way, he usually could get a nice little couple shots in on
Mhm.
him before like round
But
after like round five, he get
I told you the reason he skipped the process. If you remember, I just told y'all earlier when I said asked the question. He skipped the process. We usually see Bud have to figure out. He be orthodox. He figure out,
Yeah.
then go
First two
southpaw.
rounds.
He never had to make the adjustment because from the beginning he went southpaw, and that's what the adjustment was. The adjustment was go southpaw and keep stepping to your right
and
to
another
fight him that way because he's not used to it. He's
Mm-hmm.
doing what he's not used to, and at that point, he just started doing what his just being surgical. He wasn't doing. Think about it, it's nothing complex that's Crawford did in that fight. It wasn't no crazy counter punches or no crazy setups. It was jabs, 1-2s, jabs up and down. He was just hitting
no,
them clean.
it was the basics like regular shit like
It
counter
was
like
just, but
counter
look, he was just hitting him
back
clean.
left,
I'm telling you, it was
like
just regular
Clean,
clean shots.
dub.
He just clean, boom, touching him here, boom. He was just touching
yeah,
him whenever he wanted. He
yeah.
knew that he could touch him. He just it was all about being in the right position. Cause and
Yeah.
knowing that, cause Spencer's gonna come back. You got to know who you're fighting and your personnel. Like
And that
certain fighters just not gonna let you touch them up and get away with it. Like they not going like that. So of course when he throws when if Crawford hit him clean, boom. He knows that Spencer's gonna throw back. So I gotta be in a position where I can get the hell up out of here and get back on the bicycle to get back on the jab so I don't have to sit here for him to try to dump this on me, which Spence was trying to do. But Crawford is on his toes. He could never get set. He could never figure him out. And that
Yeah.
one, I'm trying to tell you, I
and then
saw once
Bo
that first round hit, I knew what was going on.
Bomac was caught. I feel like Bomac don't really get a lot of credit in terms of that fight because if you watch
Shit.
round after round on everything
He calling it.
he told
Yeah.
Bud everything Spence was about to do to the T, and Spence was doing it.
That's a shout out to them, man.
That's
That's a heck of a camp.
another thing that made that fight hard. I mean,
Yeah,
that
man.
That's
fight
a heck
easy.
of a camp. You know, I know a lot of fighters that go out there, and you know, Bomac is definitely one of the you know, what I'm saying elite trainers in the league. I mean, in the
All
game
them
right now.
out there.
He probably will probably get trainer of the year for you
Yeah.
know,
At
what
this
I'm saying
point.
at this point. And yeah, man,
Already.
the thing is, it's not even really off that one fight. It just that one fight solidified it. Like, don't forget, he still
Yeah.
before this fight, he still was a trainer of an undisputed champ. How many trainers can say
No, but
that?
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying he Ben should have got the
Yeah,
he should
yeah, he been yeah, this just
Yeah. Yeah.
solidified it for sure.
like
Yeah, this
I'm saying he shouldn't been solidified because of Spence. He should have been did it because he already
nah,
did rings and shit with him.
facts. People just didn't give him the
Like
credit. You know, they weren't getting Crawford the credit. So of
Where
course they're not gonna
Man,
give the trainer the credit. So I
you're
mean
right.
that's just part of the territory. But again, when real skills and real knowledge always gonna prevail. So
Definitely.
and it came out and he's gonna get his just due. So
and I ain't gonna
shout
lie,
out to him.
I picked Spence to win that fight too.
Man, nah, I definitely I
We
had
both
Crawford.
had Spence. I ain't gonna.
I ain't gonna lie, I had Crawford for 4 years. That's the thing, and not just like as of recently. I had Crawford for like 3 years now.
You know
Like
what's
when
crazy?
Right.
I switched my pick.
honestly,
I had
I was
Crawford at
one.
He
first.
did switch his pick
I
too.
switched my pick. You know what's crazy? And I didn't even know I switched my pick until I was texting one of my homies and I was just
Mhm.
going through our DMs and I just happened to see some old shit I sent where
Yeah,
after Bud stopped Sean, I had sent it to him like your man's
yeah,
next.
yeah. See, we had. I had before then. I was saying Crawford back when he first moved up to 47 and got that belt from Horn, from Jeff Horn. When he
Hmm.
got that belt, and I said, "For I'm like he could beat Spence." Cause I saw the way he fights. Like you know what I'm saying? When you
Yeah.
Yeah.
certain people have certain abilities and you know what I'm saying, things in their game that they could change the fight. You know what I mean? Like if somebody just stand in front of you, a brawler just stand in front of you, he's one dimensional. But if somebody can stand in front of you, they can counter, they can box, they can play out the ropes, you know what I'm saying? They can lead with their jab, they can fight out their back foot. He got too many games, he got too many avenues like, that he could change up, got too many adjustments. And I saw that Crawford could make hell of adjustments. And on top of doing all that, he could switch the other way and do the same adjustments too. That's
Yeah.
kind of hard to deal with. And he got knockout power.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That, that
We're not
that's the
talking about
thing.
this is not a fighter that has all these abilities and you know what I'm saying, he hitting like a
Can't punch.
cupcake. No, he's
Yeah.
not when he's
He,
probably one of
he
the best
cracks some
finishers
shit.
in the game. You get what I'm saying? So when you put all that together, it's like, come on now. He gotta be one of the great and the work ethic and the you know what I'm saying,
I know you
working
was
hard
beefing
and
with the gym talking about you was rocking with Bud. I know that whole gym was rocking with Spence. You had to
a
be
lot, yeah,
beefing
no,
with
no.
the
I
gym.
was one of the only, I was one of the only people in the gym for
You
sure.
had
That
to.
was
I'm about
that
to say
was rocking with
that whole gym
Bud.
was Spence.
Especially
Yeah,
yeah,
for
Spence
sure.
coming through there training
That
and
whole
Yeah,
everything.
gym
Like,
I
was
was
hold
for
Spence.
on.
sure.
You had to be the beefing
I
with
was
the
for
gym.
sure. Cause with us in the gym, it's not about we don't put you know what I'm saying, personal stuff. Now if we gonna just go for somebody, we'll do that. But like we talk boxing, like boxing sense, and so we breaking it down. You know what I'm saying? And Coach Barry and Coach Boog, they giving they sense on it, but and they're never ones to ever pick. They're not gonna be ones to pick fighters. They just gonna tell you what that fighter got to do to win the fight. If like you know what I'm saying, he gonna give them the key. Basically, they giving their keys to victory. So if he feels like if Spence got to do this, he gonna tell me this, and he feel like if Crawford could do this, he can win. And he was like, and then when we watch the fight, we'd be like, well, Crawford was the one that be able to implement his, and that's how I go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as the fighters in the gym, yeah, we was the ones that was debating like, nah, Crawford, nah, people betting and all that stuff. I wasn't betting nothing. That ain't the fight I wanted to bet on. I was betting.
Oh yeah, I ain't. Yeah, people was
I
calling.
wasn't
Same,
betting
bro.
on that. Hell
He was
nah.
asking me who should bet on. I was telling people
Nah.
like I said,
Don't.
listen, I ain't never bet on neither one of them ever in my life. I only bet on
Yeah.
them, so I ain't gonna
People,
bet on neither one of them ever in my life.
people was telling me they like Spencer Crawford. They like Spencer Crawford. Who to bet on? Spencer Crawford. I'm like or. I ain't no.
Right.
Yeah, or don't. I ain't picking. I'm gonna pick the middle.
We
That's
was
all.
in Vegas and didn't bet on that fight, nigga. We didn't
Yeah,
gamble on
nah, man,
that.
nah. That's not a fight you. I was telling people that's not a
Yeah.
fight you bet on, bro. Like that's
Yeah,
like
man.
you know what I'm saying. It's competitive fights, yeah, but that's one of them fights that even just on paper, we was like
Seriously,
it was
50 50.
50-50. It's 50-50. Like
Seriously,
you
50
don't know
50.
who gonna
Yeah.
have a good night. You have no idea
That
what
joke
could
was 90
happen.
to that joke was 90 to the real life though.
Yeah, nah, that again, but that's boxing. As much people that you think even now, it's still matchups right now. It's matchups right now that people believe that this is gonna be a great fight. They need to fight this, that, boom, boom, and then they fight. It be boring, and
No,
it's
I
like,
said
or
I
it's
got
not the same. It's not. It don't give you the same way with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd. Yes, they were older, but let's not get it twisted. If it was 5 years before then, and all that, it still would have been the same result because he would have been Floyd would have been
Yeah.
quicker.
Maybe
For
even worse. I was about to
Yeah,
say.
it would have been quicker. He'd have been either faster. He would have been able to get more elusive, and he'd have been hitting harder or taking more chances. So
I
it'd
ain't
have
gonna
been the same. It would have been the same thing.
Young Floyd, do you give you more chances to hit him though?
Yeah, but when man, if you ever looked at any fight, super fight that young Floyd was in, he ain't take too many crazy chances. Like young Floyd, but I'm talking about Pretty Boy. Like that's the Hernandez and Angel Manfredi And you know what I'm saying? That's Diego Corrales. All them, he getting them up out of there. You look how many chances he took that didn't land with Diego Corrales. Like he was selective on that stuff. Like he barely missed the mark. Like that he was pinpoint with that. So
Yeah, that was
I
the most
believe
where you get to this Spence Crawford was that Diego Corrales fight.
yeah, that was one side. The only thing about that one, only thing is that I don't know. It was a little sharper with Floyd. Floyd, you ain't expect that. You ain't expect Floyd to just start hitting him and he just start falling like that.
Yeah,
That's
where
what kind. He was just. We thought he was touching him out.
the glove
Boxing.
was hurting Spence. Like Bud was hitting with shit where he's like, "Oh, all right, you
And you
should."
get and you could tell.
Floyd was more so sharp.
Look,
Floyd was
you
more
could
so
than
with sharp
yeah,
shots and power, like
yeah,
Accurate.
yeah,
than like
yeah.
Yeah.
brutal shots. He was more
Mm-hmm.
his with like right on the like placements, John.
Yeah. You could tell even in the Spence and Crawford fight. I know fight. I'm a boxer. I know. Like don't even though yes they are fighting against each other, but they're not enemies. Don't you know what I'm saying that
Right.
that's all that stuff is just you know what I'm saying they trying to make money for their
They
families and all
Yeah,
that.
I
But
would
selling the
say,
fight, man.
I
right?
went, I went.
And I saw if you look at the fight, just go back to like the sixth or seventh round. This is after he had knocked him down or once or twice already and all that. And you could see Crawford. Like if you watch Crawford, I'm a Crawford fan, so I've watched Crawford all the way to this point. You can tell that Crawford took off the gas because he wasn't trying to finish him like that. Because he knew if Crawford was on that, like I'm trying to get you out of there, he would have crushed him in about the sixth
I
round,
ain't
got
gonna
him
lie.
out of there and was gone. He
I
let
think
him hang around a little bit to like, you know what I'm saying, to like, okay, now y'all can see a stoppage. And he beat him that way. But he could have easily crushed. He let him, I'm a fighter. I see it. I know. Like
I
even
think
even little stuff
was
to
risking on him.
even little stuff to like after the round. I think after the sixth or seventh round, go back and look if you see it. After the round, he dapped Spence up. Like they ain't dap up no other round at the end of the round. He dapped him up like boom. That was the tap to be like, I could do it right now. And it's like
Is
I
that a
can
real
get you.
thing? Like with
I ain't
boxers,
gonna
like
lie.
is,
I
Yeah,
feel like,
do they
he
think
just
like
was being
maybe
too.
I should let him survive a little bit?
now I mean not. I ain't gonna say let him survive. No, because I got to eat. I want to win, but it's how you dominate them. You know what I'm saying? I could dominate you in a way, and if you know what I'm saying, some I could dominate you and be like just crush you straight, obliterate you, and you know what I'm saying, get you up out of here. Then I could dominate you with just pure skill and just show I'm just better for round and round and round and round on, and dominate you till you have nothing left. To it's like he's the
No,
better
people did
man.
say that when the fight happened, it was a bunch of articles saying that he took his
He
gas.
did. I knew. I looked at it. I knew.
I
I'm
ain't gonna
telling
lie.
you. I'm telling you.
I ain't think
The
he took
round
the
span.
gas
It was.
off.
It was that 6 through 8. He could have got him out of there 2 rounds earlier, easy.
No, he
But
could he
It
could
looked
have.
like that though.
I
he
didn't
Yeah.
look at it as taking the gas off. I looked at it as
it's a respect thing.
I'm not risking nothing. Like I'm gonna play it like this the biggest fight of my life. Cause
No,
if you look at I think if Spence was acting like Charlo, Bud taking him out that 6th round.
exactly.
But Spence
That's why.
wasn't
That's
acting.
why. This
But
why I'm
that's what
telling
I'm
you. That's
saying.
why I'm telling you. It's a respect
He
thing.
still was being safe about it because
It's a
this guy
respect thing. It's a
still
respect.
trying to win.
Now
If,
I'm
if
gonna tell you. I'm
Spence
gonna
was
tell you. I'm
acting
gonna tell
like
you.
Charlo in that 6th round,
He
Spence
gonna get
don't
him
make
out of
it.
there
He don't
because
make it to 9 rounds.
he don't respect. But that's the
He
thing.
don't make
If
it
you
to
look at
9 rounds.
if you look at Crawford, Crawford don't respect Charlo. Like he don't he want to get at him.
No,
He
he
res
gonna try to
No, but he would
destroy
have
you.
did that to
he
anybody. That
respected
man wasn't
Spence.
throwing punches. That man was throwing like 5 punches around. Anybody
Yeah,
was gonna take him out if you gonna throw
yeah.
5 punches
But
around.
he was scared of Canelo. That's the whole. See, I think he's not gonna fight like that against
No,
Crawford.
but
He
that's
gonna
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I think Bud didn't let off the gas because Spence wasn't scared. He still was trying to win. I think if Spence had the mindset of Charlo, like how Charlo was in round
mm,
6, he didn't throw no punches. If Spence came out and didn't throw nothing after he realized, because once Charlo realized, like,
mm,
oh shit, I'm in for a long light, he stopped trying. Like, he
yeah.
literally stopped trying.
He gave the fuck up,
But
man.
There's no way
the
Spence
only reason
make
why
it to
I
9 rounds
disagree.
if Spence go after the first round. I'm
Uh,
not trying. There's no way he
yeah,
make it 9 rounds. The
yeah. I
fact that
feel
he
you.
still was trying is why I think Bud still was respecting him and still wasn't risking
I could feel that. I
because
could
he's
feel that.
still trying. There's no way if he come out 5 punches around from second to 9, he making it 9. It's not happening, Bud.
I could feel that. I could agree with that, but then I could disagree. I mean, it's to each his own. I feel
Yeah.
like I said, I feel like that what he did was it was just a respect thing. Like I respect you as a man. I respect you as a fighter. No, I'm not going to try to like think about it. This is the biggest fight in boxing at that moment. Like that's the only fight everybody see. You don't think that he would that and Terrence Crawford mind, he knew that I'm about to be the pay per view star to this. If he can get out this joint with a classic knockout, he would. But it's like as he started to get into it and he started to realize that he was better, it's like I know I'm about to win. Like I know I'm going to beat you, but I'm not about to destroy you like I destroyed Kell Brook or how I win that them guys. Like he ain't had that same intensity just because of
He
the
ain't
man. Like
destroy
he
them
know they gonna
guys
have to
like
fight
that,
again.
though. He
I
didn't
know he gonna
destroy
fight.
them
I know he
guys.
gonna fight him again.
That's why I had Spence winning though, because he didn't destroy them guys. Like Benavidez legit fought Bud Crawford for 12 rounds with his hands at his waist, like literally,
Because but
and was touching him and was doing good. Like
it's
literally, my man
different
hands
though. But you gotta understand,
spearheaded.
Benavidez is a big guy. Like that's a like what people don't understand. Like looking at a fight, from the TV screen, y'all looking at it like, oh yeah, he got his hands down, throw the right hand. But you don't understand. Like when you in front of a person, the distance between this is way. It look different than it look on TV. So he probably was not as close. Yeah, he probably couldn't touch him because Benavidez is that length. Like his length is like his arm length is crazy. So that's why he's able. Some fighters are able to get away with putting their hands down and having it down and being able to get it back because the distance between them is not as close. So he had. If you think about it, when he knocked him out with, he didn't knock him out with a straight punch. He knocked him out with an uppercut. With Benavidez, Benavidez came in. He threw the short up, boom, and that's what knocked him out because he couldn't reach him on the outside. Because it's hard to come on. The taller fighter got the reach. He gonna be easy. It's common sense.
Do you
I ain't
think?
gonna lie.
Do you think that other people had success? Because even though you wouldn't consider guys like Benavidez better than Spence, but if you look at his style and you look at
The
other
style
people's
made
style that
fights.
fought him, it's still they still more versatile. Like they still fight trying to do multiple shit. So did you think that's why Bud had like closer fights with them than Spence? Because even though Spence better than them, and we
I
probably would
mean,
Spence to beat them, they still like Benavidez is not right in front of you. He's not just gonna walk
yeah.
to
I
you.
mean, like I said, like
He
I said,
still got a
it's just
jab. He still
style
got
make
a check
fights.
left, shit like
Yeah,
that. So you think since they wasn't like I said, they're not as good as Spence, but since they still not as basic, that's what kind of made the fight still more
yeah.
difficult.
It's just styles make fights, man. That's certain styles clash together and they can make for a good fight, and certain styles
Crazy.
clash together and it's like easy. It's total domination, and I just believe that. I mean, the he was prepared for that Spence style. It was straight down. It was
Hit him.
easy for him to just what I'm saying pick apart. Now saying if we gonna put Spence against Benavidez, he might not Spence might pick him apart, but it's a different
He
fight and it's
was
a
little
different
better.
style. It's a different, what I'm saying? It's different style. I just believe that styles make fights and that style looking at that fight like this, it's never gonna change. Like we're not going that result is never going to
No,
I was just
change.
gonna ask you, what you think in a
No.
rematch? Is the same thing?
No, because there's nothing. What else? What are we gonna see different? Spence, we gonna see Spence boxing on his toes? No. So
only good thing about the rematch is that it can only be better. Like it can't get no worse.
no, because I'm gonna tell you why. It's going. I mean,
It
yeah,
can't
but
get
it's not
no worse.
at this point. At this point, now we're gonna
Only
be
thing he could
looking
do better
for.
is
We're gonna be
knock my
looking for
man
the
out in the
knockout.
first round. That's the only thing he could do that surpass this. If he knocked my man out in the first
That's
round,
why I
that's
said we
the only
now as fans we're gonna be looking for the knockout, and now it's like,
that
and
might
that
help Spence though, because every fighter always say don't look for the knockout. Every fighter
exactly. That's
say
why I
that.
said it'll be something like that. But I still believe that if Crawford just stick to the same game plan, because it's nothing that Spence is gonna be able to change to me. Like he been fighting the same way for this long. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to just switch it up at this point and say I'm gonna start being on my toes and all that and change up the game. And Crawford just comfortable. He comfortable doing anything he want right now. And that's
Word.
the man to beat, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like
Uh,
No cap.
what weight
that's the
class
man
you
to beat.
fighting at right now?
Right now I'm in 135, but when I start getting into my title run, I'm gonna make 130
Or
for
and
sure.
Oh, okay. You wanna go down?
who would you say the best fighter you ever been in the ring with?
Tank,
Ooh, that was
Tank,
fast. You been in the ring with, you
Easy.
been in the ring with a lot of people. That was real fast for me.
Tank,
Whoa. You been in
Tank,
the ring with AB? Who you been in the ring with? Because you've been in the ring
Tank,
with a lot of people.
Tank, bro. Tank is the one. Like it just he just all together. I've been in the ring with a lot of fighters, but Tank is just different because he got every avenue. Like I would want to get in the ring with somebody like Crawford. That's probably like another, what I'm saying, to see
Yeah.
different avenues. But like far as for me, yeah, it's definitely Tank. It's the
What about
avenues that.
Shakur or Devin Haney? You ever got a ring with one of them?
Nah, I've never gotten a ring with Shakur personally. I've been right there, like I was supposed to get in, but he ended up being done. He came up this spot. This when I was about like 16, 17. But and his distance is crazy. Like in person, that distance shit is crazy. Like seeing
No,
it,
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Man.
it's crazy. Like it's like, bro, you can't even hit, bro. He
I
just
was
be
gonna say
touching.
he.
Beep,
Yeah,
He
we
right in front of
beep.
you,
was.
dog.
Yeah, he right there. Beep, beep, and he just step back. Boop, boop, boop. Hit, stabbing
He
you. That shit
was
is
a
crazy.
minute,
Nah,
man.
he's an amazing fighter too, man. Shout out to him. Those my top two for sure. That way, if y'all
All
before
right, so yeah,
definitely Tank and Shakur for me would be my top two
you
at
have,
that weight class.
do you want to fight one of those guys in terms of well, take a little older, so you probably might not catch him because he a little old.
Mm-hmm.
He like 29. But
Mm-hmm.
the other young guys like Devin Haney and Shakur,
Hey man,
yo, you plan
if it makes sense, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them guys to be like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of dude, young fighters want to get on because they want to call out an older fighter or call out somebody that's on. That's not me. I know my skills. I got real skills, and these guys that you're naming have been in the ring with. I mean, not in the ring, have been in the gym with me. Like we have trained in the same, hit the bag, or did the same sprints or something like that. So these are guys that I look up to. But if it comes down to it, and you know what I'm saying, I gotta fight them, then okay, that's what I gotta do. But at this point, I'm working whoever they put on the contract in front of me. That's who I'm knocking down. You know what I'm saying, to get to.
or
So that's
how you feel about the 130 division right now? Do you plan on trying to do you kind of like focus on your division where because most of those guys I name at 35 and 40, is you kind of look at mostly
um
like Navarretes and Foster, the guys.
I'm just looking at I'm looking at fighters. I watch fighters, but I don't be again, I'm not gunning for one person. Why? Because that person might not be there when I'm up there. If they is
Right.
there and they get that point, then that's what we gonna do. We gonna boogie when they get there. But I ain't like, oh yeah, I gotta beat him. Nah, they got to worry about me. I got to better myself. When I know being in the ring with again with Javante Davis and you know what I'm saying, people like that, I'm sparring with Isaac Dogbay, all you know what I'm saying, people like that all the time. It's okay. I know the level I'm on. I know this is like Navarrete beat Isaac Dogbay for the belt. I'm sparring with Isaac Dogbay every day. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and I'm just turning 21. I've been sparring with him since I was 18. So the level, I've already been getting this level of pedigree for a while. So now it's just all about me. You know what I'm saying? When I get to that point, get to that level, just doing my thing. That's one thing. A lot of these fighters want to gun for people and want to take other people's spot. I ain't taking nobody's spot. I'm gonna beat me,
Re-
and it ain't gonna be no. It's nothing you gonna be able to do. Somebody gonna have to beat me.
the
Like,
reason I
and I don't believe nobody gonna be able to beat me. Not no.
or the reason I asked this because most of the time you like we ain't just find out that Devin and Ryan and all them was gonna fight. We knew them they was all gonna fight each other when they was 16, 17.
Yeah.
We knew they was gonna fight each other. So that's why I be asking people that.
I know. It's fighters that I came up in an amateur with that. I mean, that I know be like, okay. I mean, again, that I know be like, okay, they gonna probably be around my weight up there. That you know, what I'm saying we might potentially like. Yeah, I know. It's some fighters. I ain't gonna name them,
Yeah,
but
I was about to ask
I'm
your
not.
name.
Nah, I ain't gonna name no. Cause I mean, I ain't gonna name them, but I
Yeah,
know it's fighters
yeah,
that cause I done fought against him already. I done did things we didn't fought in the amateur. So you know, you like I'm gonna see him again. You know, it's gonna be a fighter that you can be like I'm gonna see him again. So.
basically like a gay recognized game situation. Like
Yeah, pretty much. That's all. That's all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of fighters. Because again, that's what people, you know, a lot of boxing fans don't realize is that a lot of these fighters are not new to us. They might be new to y'all. So
Right.
sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we done been in tournaments and I done seen this person get 3 in a row knockouts and stop this person and run through this tournament and do I done seen him do this all since I was 8, 9, 10 years old. These fighters, the same fighters are coming to every tournament, just like me. And we all competing. So you start to see who really running stuff or who really got the style or who got the connections, and then you be like, okay, yeah, all right, he gonna be there, he gonna be there. Cause then it veer off where some people take the Olympic route. Some people be really good and be like they don't want to adapt to that pro style or they're not tripping off the pro style. They want to, you know what I'm saying, fight like the Olympics. And they do that and they be on Team USA and you know, I think Jamal Harvey, one of the DC,
Yeah.
he fighting right now, or you know what I'm saying, in the tournament right
Yeah.
now.
He a
Like
dog.
that's
we
you know
just
what I'm
won
saying. He doing
yesterday.
this, yeah, he doing this thing. That's you know what I'm saying. One of my bros, you know, what I'm saying, from the city. He doing this thing. That's what he doing. Not to believe that after he you know what I'm saying, places in the medals and he's able to go to the you know what I'm saying, the Olympics and he'll turn pro. But his route was to go that route. Some people route is other ways. But you see the fighters that's gonna be there. Like you know the
Right.
fighters the
Yeah.
upper echelon. Like it's not crazy. You game no game. Pretty much y'all said it is best. Game no game. You know when it's somebody that got that shit with them.
No, shout out Jamal. He a dog too.
Yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
how high
He a
how high
monster.
you could get in weight? Like in your perfect world, what's how you feel like you could get?
I can't tell y'all everything, man. You trying to disclose everything, man. I can't. That's I don't want nobody to be knowing how really. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but I don't know,
We
man.
gonna watch
I don't.
you fight
I have.
anyway.
My parents are not small, so I'm gonna definitely be able to grow. Put it like that. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna be able to go in multiple weight classes throughout my career. Like they gonna go. Like I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna be in 30 for a little second, hot second, and then I'm going to 35. Like that's how it would be going. I would be going to 30 just to, you know what I'm saying, get into the rankings, get a title, and then, you know what I'm saying, go to
Do you have
35.
a plan on like basically like a trajectory that you want to stay on? Kinda like I wanna be in title
Nah,
position and within 24, 36 months, anything like that, or you just gonna take it up?
nah. I'm gonna go cut.
Day by
That's
day.
the problem, man. That's the problem, man. When you got real skills, you really got, you know what I'm saying, you ain't tripping about who it is in front of you. You just, whenever they do put me in the front of that person that they say, oh, you got to beat him to get to that spot, all right, put me in front of him. Let's go.
Oh, all
That's
right. So you basically say, oh, all right. So you basically saying like you'll be ready in 8 months or 24 months, whenever they
I
feel
mean,
like
it would
whenever they feel like you're ready.
whatever my, yeah, me personally, myself, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be ready whenever, but my team is gonna move me the way they supposed to, but I'm gonna be ready. Like I'm already in there with, you know what I'm saying, world champion status now. I've been in there for 2, 3 years, 4 years. I've been training with Tank and going out to camp. Like we trained together the whole when he fought Eastside Cruz. When he fought out of Cruz, like that was the fight where he flew us to Florida and they went to Mount Charleston and they like we had a whole camp training with them. That was the same camp that Sean Porter was fighting Crawford. Like
Yeah.
again, we're in the same camp all together. We're doing like again, that's why I said I've been around the pedigree for a while. So it's like I'm not tripping. And these guys off gave me not it's not that I've been around it. These guys gave me that nod like, oh yeah, he right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so now they you know what I'm saying, they giving me game and giving me, you know what I'm saying, little things and adjustments and stuff like that. So to help me prosper. So you know what I'm saying? I already know I'm gonna be ready. It's just all about when my time is gonna come. I'm not rushing my time. I'm being patient. I don't wanna be like I don't want to be the fastest or the youngest world champion. I just want once I get there, I ain't leaving. I'm staying. Type shit. Like you know what I'm saying. I ain't once I get out of it. Once I get my title, I'm gonna be up there, and then until I'm gone. Like I'm not losing. Like y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna be like, oh yeah. Y'all gonna go back to this interview and be like, he said this. He was a youngin. Like I
No,
can't
no,
believe. Like we said this. Like
uh,
watch. I'm gonna tell. I'm telling y'all
our
the now.
podcast,
You
our
know we staying
podcast.
locked in. We gonna
I
move
was
up.
telling
I'm letting y'all know, I'm giving y'all the game right now, man. I mean, this just it's just not even for me. It's you know what I'm saying. It's the work. Ain't
nah,
nobody gonna outwork me, man. Ain't nobody gonna outwork me. And I got when you got God blessed. I mean, you know what I'm saying God ability that God blessed you with ability to do what you do, and you put that with crazy outwork. You know what I'm saying, outworking people is ain't nothing you could do, man. Like I don't get outworked. I've been blessed by God with speed, power, reflexes, and I'm mostly not. I've never been in the ring with nobody that was smarter than me. I don't feel like nobody mine was smarter than me. Still feel like I can outthink everybody I'm in the ring with. So when you mix that all together, it got to be something great. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going. I'm going full time.
because our podcast basically we didn't mean for it to go like be kind of be based off the future of boxing. It's just kind of how it just ended up that way.
Yeah.
Basically, now if you basically look at I always tell my coach like in 5 years, people gonna come back because everybody we interview they're gonna be big time
Hmm.
and I always tell other people about talking to people that's younger than them come up is we also want to come up. This we probably been doing. This probably like our fifth, 6 month doing this. So it's like
Okay.
I always tell them like we gonna meet y'all at the top when y'all
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
we
Exactly.
gonna be established and
Exactly. And
big.
then y'all come back and we come back and do an interview and be like, hey, we made it.
Correct. Like we
You know?
push it.
So
That's how
yeah.
we speak because we
Nah, for sure.
all comers, all future talents, all future world champions, people that we assume that we think gonna be future world champions.
Yeah, man. It's definitely a lot of talent out here, man. That's going, you know what I'm saying, a lot of great young talent. And I just feel like right now on the East Coast right now, I'm one of the stars, you know what I mean? Like I'm one of the ones that if you say fighters in the East Coast or period, the young fighters coming up, like you gotta watch out for Scooter, like he coming. Whether you know what I'm saying, I know it's people signed on Top Rank, Showtime, you got to everybody, but it's like people. I don't care if you see on Instagram and social media now, like and my record, my pedigree talks for itself. It's not like I'm not no social media boxer. Like, don't think, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no, oh, cause he got followers and he posts his mid videos and all that. Like, oh, he ain't that good. Like, I was still 158 and 17 for a reason. The guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm sparring with these guys. I'm in here. I'm at the world renowned headbangers, man. I've never seen headbangers come on now. Y'all know we got some product cooking up down here. Like,
Man.
it's these people are coming down here for a reason. You get what I'm saying? It's not everybody ain't just meeting up at the infamous headbangers just cause like it's that work down here. So you know Barry Hunter got something up his sleeve. There you
Then
go.
what was that first fight like, man? You want to know as a pro, man? What was that first pro fight like?
Man, it was amazing, man. Then again, like I said, I got a great following, so I sold out the venue. I broke the record for Maryland, the most tickets sold at that venue.
Dang,
On my first fight, they had to move me to the main event because that many people came out for me. Like, so it definitely was a great event, man. It was amazing, man. My dream came true. Became a pro boxer. Fought, you know what I'm saying, in front of my hometown. Got the first round knockout, man. It was just, I mean, when I got in there, man, it was just strictly the business. Like, that was my first time really, taking my headgear off and feeling the 8 ounce gloves. But I was so comfortable. I was so locked in, man. Like, it was like, man, let's go. Like, I
right.
ain't worried. I already knew. I knew I was supposed to be there. Like, I had that. I felt like that God had gave me that spirit. I felt the spirit in there. Like, oh yeah, this one I'm supposed to be at. Like, yeah, keep moving this way. You gonna be good. So.
What was the routine like for that too? Like, cause it's like now you moving on, you really stepping out the amateurs. You've been comfortable. You damn near got 200 fights. Now
Mhm.
you moving into that pro world. Did your routine change? What was that routine like that day?
See, shout out my father. He's one of the people behind the scenes. My father's not my trainer or my uh nothing. My dad is just my dad, but he's gonna be my father. He's a real dad. So he coming into like the end of my amateur career, I had already started to transition on to, what I'm saying, going 4 to 8 weeks or, what I'm saying, 10 weeks, no not having sex or, what I'm saying, doing the things I gotta do with my nutrition and, what I'm saying, flushing my body. I started doing all this as an amateur, still, what I'm saying, still going to school. So it was like, okay, as I got to the pros, it became easy. Like they like, oh yeah, you gotta lose the weight. All right, cool, boom. Or they say you gotta start messing with girl. All right, this what I've been doing it. So oh, you gotta do strength and conditioning and then go spar. Cool. Like you gotta do that 3 days a week. Cool. All right. Like I do all this like, and it's been a routine. So like my life like clockwork. Like really. Like I mean, y'all can look at y'all clock if y'all know me and get to know me well enough. Y'all can look at y'all clock and figure out what school that. I'll tell people if for real, I'm the easiest person to assassinate for real, because I'm always at the gym. I ain't gonna lie. Like if y'all somebody wanted to get up with me for real, just come. Y'all better come up to the gym or just sit up there because he gonna be coming. That's like I mean I ain't hiding. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm at. I'm in my city. I ain't running out here wild. I'm putting. You know what I'm saying I do my things with the youth. I coach a football team. You know what I'm saying? I got a youth football team. We going to the national championship. We actually fighting. We playing the state championship Sunday. So I'm, what I'm saying, I'm doing good, man. I'm trying to really uplift my city and, what I'm saying, put on, man, put myself in a position to, what I'm saying, to be better myself, better my family, better everybody's situation. That's what I'm on, man. For sure. For sure.
Right.
Then you got that second fight coming up November 4th. That's
Yeah.
in the city too, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be at it's at the WNBA team, the Washington Mystics Arena.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is my first time I'm fighting in like a big arena like that where I can really like have my crowd. So and I got a little surprise. I got a little surprise coming out. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all seen G pop up. So I'm gonna just say that. So we got a good surprise coming out there. But yeah, man, it's I'm ready for that too. It's again another time to be on the stage in front of my fans, in front of my hometown. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all tickets. And I'm just ready, man. It's nothing really to talk about. I don't really have nothing to say or what I'm gonna do. I'm not one of them dudes. Like I ain't gonna say, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a first round knockout, second round knockout. I'm just gonna get in there, I'm gonna beat his ass. That's what nobody You get what I'm saying? Like whatever way I gotta do it. I don't I'm not, if I gotta box the whole 4 rounds or if I gotta, you know what I'm saying, I gotta go clutch or if I gotta counter, if I gotta do anything. Like I got the ability to do it. I got the mind, the skills to do it. I got the best trainers with me. I'm in the best shape of my life. It's just all about getting the job done. And I'm just ready, man. That's all.
And
Ready to get to it. It's moving too slow. I ain't gonna lie.
coming from headbangers, is it not pressure, but you basically coming out of the gym. Most people come out of the gym, they be successful. So when people hear and find out that you come from coming out that gym, they gonna automatically assume that you the good. So is
Yeah.
it pressure from that aspect or no? Not really.
Not really, because I'm gonna tell you why. For me, not really. Only because I've been having that pressure since I was 10 years old. It been even since the amateurs. They knew when they even the tournaments. You can go ask anybody about these amateur tournaments. When they saw this purple, when they saw that purple. Even it was between us and Ohio. That's Mike Stafford. Rest in peace, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Mike Stafford, that's what the Ohio boys. He had, you know what I'm saying? That's that camp. We had they seen that purple. Yeah, they knew that we can fight, we could boogie. Like this was yeah, and they was everybody was coming to gunning for us because we was the ones winning everything.
No, yeah,
So
I was locked in,
yeah.
man. I was. AB had me listening to Bandcamp music and
Yeah,
all.
yeah, exactly. Like I said, so like what we
That
it
was
used to
just
be,
like,
we got a picture in our own drink, like where you know what I'm saying, band camp and headbangers came together. We was just they used to come down, you know what I'm saying, in the summertime and train. That's how you seen Robert Easter and Adrian and all. That's how everybody started
I'm
coming. We
about to say
started.
we need that AB and Bunny interview. You our source.
I'm gonna try to tap in. I'm
You
gonna
our
try to
source.
tap in the boy. Them guys is crazy, man. Them
Yeah,
guys crazy.
AB
Like
a
those the
wild
big bros though. Them boys funny, but
AB a wild man.
yeah, man. That's my twin
But that's
crazy man. Twin
Those
that's
are
what's
crazy.
the first
crazy too.
people
That
that I started watching when I
I don't
started
tolerate no
watching
AB
boxing.
slander.
Say it again.
I don't tolerate no AB slander. AB,
Nah, that's my mother. That's
that's my
what
brother.
I don't care. I don't care about what
Yo,
nobody say. Like to this day, like that's the thing. People see it's different for everybody else. Everybody else see Twin on, you know what I'm saying, social media. I done stayed up at the gym doing school nights just to be with Twin and watch him work out and do push-ups with him. And since I was a little boy, I got pictures and stuff like that. So it's different for me. Like I feel like that's a big bro. So I don't laugh at him or I don't feel like I be like this nigga's a fool. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how cause I look at him, you gotta think it's one of the bros. Don't look at y'all look at him as put him on a pedestal. Like he is one of the guys. Like everybody got that crazy friend. Like
Yeah,
y'all got a friend that's like, oh man, he be tripping. Like he funny or he turn, he wild. Like and AB is our friend. Twin, that's our friend. We gotta watch him. You know what I'm saying? That's the big bro. And we love him, man. It ain't we love him for being who he is. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And he could like Twin sends the craziest stuff in my DMs. Like the craziest stuff. Like I'm saying, like Instagram videos from like the craziest stuff. He got the craziest humor. He always saying crazy, like it's just
yeah.
Twin, man. Like so, I don't never root against him. Like
Ever.
I'm always gonna support him and always, you know what I'm saying, and be on his side. I give him, you know what I'm saying, text him and give him words of encouragement when he need it, and you know what I'm saying. That's always gonna be my big bro for sure.
No
So
cap. I don't care what AB do, man. AB is
nothing
one of my favorite athletes ever.
ever forever. He got
I
some of
don't
the
care what
I
greatest.
he do, dog.
The thing is, the thing people get with Twin, man. A lot of people get that stuff misconstrued. That Twin is not who you think he is off camera. Like y'all people, you know what I'm saying? Y'all look for AB, y'all think he's funny and all that. Yeah, Twin is going Joan. He funny. But he's not that same when it's off camera, he be chilling. Like he real humble, chill guy.
Yeah,
When he that's a you know what I'm saying? He got not I ain't gonna say that's a character or he gotta sell himself, but you know what I'm saying? He gotta give people something to watch. He realized that if I be like this and act like this and do like this, that y'all gonna keep paying to see me and keep either want me to lose, want me to win, or hate me, whatever, but y'all gonna want to see him. And he kept going with that, but that don't mean that's his real personality. Like, don't get it messed up. That's what most boxing people forget. Like, this is we gotta sell ourselves. We gotta get y'all to watch us. How else would you know me if I was just plain vanilla and just being regular? You know what I'm saying? It would have to be just straight boxing skills. And most people that's boxing got boxing skills. So what's gonna make you different? You know what I'm saying? You got to find a way. And that was Twin ways. So I don't think people really understand that. Like, it's all this game is marketing. Like, it's still, we still got to market and brand ourselves. We can't just, we're not in the age where we're gladiators and you know what I'm saying, beat each other brains out and now everybody recognizes and we're just the greatest and we get statues. Like, no, they don't care. Like you see how long it took Floyd for to get started to get his money's worth and how he had to do it. And this is you know what I'm saying the pound for pound greatest fighter that people were saying of ever. You know what I'm saying? It took him this long to get his flowers, get the money that he deserved, and he had to do it on his own. But it took him time to be in the business. So that ain't nobody gonna give us nothing. So you gotta sell yourself. And that's what Twin did. And he made a career that people like you guys, like you said, he made you a fan of boxing. Like now you are into boxing, you're into having a boxing podcast because you seen Twin do something crazy and knock a nigga out, and now you like, oh yeah. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? That's a great thing. He changed boxing. He's one of the people that changed boxing. So gotta give him, you know what I'm saying, a round of applause. For sure.
We're Floyd and AB the only two fighters that every time they fought, I swear I used to be nervous. Like I was like if they was a family member or something. Like
Same from now
that's
it's Tank.
crazy.
I mean, now on TV it's Tank. Everybody, I was always nervous and you know what I'm saying, a little like bubble gut feeling for AB and Floyd. But now I really get like bubble guts and shit with Tank. I don't know why. Like I feel, I don't know. That's somebody close to me. Like I feel like you know what I'm saying, that kind of like you know what I'm saying, help me in the game. Like my, you know what I'm saying, either with followers, giving me game, working out beside me. Like even yesterday, we was running sprints and shit like this. He just coming in and mess with me. We running sprints. I'm beating him. He hold my jacket and hold my shirt, try to get him. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my big bro. I really play around and you know what I'm saying with him. So it's like when he get in the ring and the air, we having a fight party or something like that, and people talking crazy. I really be like, man, don't do that. Like, nah,
Don't do
y'all.
that.
Yeah, I ain't with that. Like I don't play by my game. Like you know what I'm saying? Cause I really be with him. So don't
Right.
you can't say that. Like a lot of people could say crazy. You know what I'm saying? Well, they say he ducking Shakur and all that. Like I give him boxing stuff, but then when they get to the personal me, like okay, all right, now stop playing my man. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? I don't care. I mean, I'm biased, but I mean, saying why wouldn't I be? Like
I
this is the
mean,
like I get like the video yesterday. I was just telling people yesterday like the video that went viral that yesterday that he went up. Like I'm in the video. I mean, nobody see. I mean, nobody looking at me. They looking at Tank, but you gotta. I'm in the top. You know what I'm saying? Left of the video. I'm getting my work in, but you gotta imagine how that make me feel. Like I'm watching.
right.
I watched him do this viral moment before this viral moment happened.
Yeah, no cap.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, oh wow, like I'm really in the inside. I feel like I'm in like a little cool crew and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be cool to just, you know what I'm saying, be around him, kicking with him and see how he work and see his, you know what I'm saying, his work ethic and all that to know where I gotta be at. Because if he's the face of boxing, I know if I'm working either just like him or better, what that say about me? What can I be? You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's how I feel. So that's why I like to be around him. To you know what I'm saying, it just let me. He challenged me. He put me. He make me go up, and I make him go up because he want to stay. You know what I'm saying, young like us. He want, you know what I'm saying, he need us because we push him when he don't feel like it or he don't feel like running this extra thing or nothing like that. We push him. So this is a great collective camp when he come around. So, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm about to say I got like five fantasy fights for you.
Right. Let me hear him. Let me hear him.
The first one you got Kenneth Sims Jr. versus Richardson Hitchens. Who you going with?
That's a great fantasy fight. I've never heard nobody say that.
Yeah, everybody,
Yes.
everybody always say that when I say that to them. They always love that.
Yeah, no, cause
Everybody love that fight.
cause you be like, because they on two different sides of the street, so you don't be like,
Yeah.
you don't even think about putting them
Yeah.
together. But now when you think about style, it's like, ooh, that's a hell of a fight. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm cool. Again, I'm cool with Africa. I done got rounds in with Africa. That's somebody I didn't name. Uh, I trained with him when he was getting ready to go to the Olympics, and I trained with him. I want to say about 2 years ago. I say we got some rounds in, got like about 4 rounds in. Africa is amazing. He got a great jab, great punches, great good power. I've never sparred with Kenneth Sims, but I've watched him and he's real slick, real, you know what I'm saying, real rugged, and he got real good skills. So that's a, I don't know, that's a tough one. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
I
lie,
ain't
I
gonna
don't.
lie,
That's
most
a tough one. I ain't gonna.
that's a,
That kind of like stumped me. I don't even know who to
That's
really
gonna be
say
that
on that
fight,
one.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
that's a.
that's
I don't really want to pick.
toughest one for everybody. But most do lean Africa though. That do be a tough one
Yeah, I
for
mean, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm
everybody.
gonna go
Everybody
Africa. I
lean
would go if I had to go. If it really was signed, sealed, delivered, and they were fighting, I would have to go Africa just off the fact of I've been in the ring with him. I know him. I got more of a connection with him than Kenneth. Like that's how I go. If I can't pick, I'll just go for somebody that I know
Yeah.
off that.
That
Because
makes
off boxing sense, if I can't choose off like my boxing knowledge, then I'll go off of relationship stuff like that. But yeah, I wouldn't. Again, that's not a fight I would bet on.
no.
For the record, I'm
No,
just gonna.
I was gonna say the second one is three fighters involved, so it's
Okay.
kind of like a tournament. You just get somebody a buy or whatever the case. But
Okay.
you got Raymond Ford Bruce
Mm.
Carrington and Carmel Moton, who win in that tournament?
That's a little. I'm gonna say that's a little unfair for Carmel because he's young. He still got to get up there. He still got to develop. So I wouldn't even want to put him in that conversation with
I
them.
ain't gonna lie. I think
Because
Carmel,
no,
he
because
likes
Kermit,
that
not
stuff.
Kermit is a great. No, no, listen. It's
He
not.
likes
It's
that.
not. When I say it's not, he not ready for them yet. Not in skills. Like you know what I'm saying. I understand. We like again. I have skills, but am I just going in there with going in there just to say I'm want to fight Tank Davis right now or Shakur? Like no. It's just experience. They got more experience than him. They didn't fought. You know what I'm saying. Shushu was won the Olympic trials, and you know what I'm saying. Raymond Ford been a pro, and do he got a world title? I think he got one.
Not
Or
shit.
he got a title. He got some type of
He got
title.
like he got some type of
He
belt.
got some type of title where he like top 10 or something. He's
The
he's
crazy part,
close.
the
Oh
guy
yeah,
he
he's in the
beat
rankings.
to fight for a
Yeah,
belt.
he's in the ranking. So
I thought he
my
lost him
point.
the fight before though. I ain't gonna lie. I think
Yeah,
I mean
I
I'm gonna
thought
be
he
honest.
lost, but the guy he beat,
If
he
they
about to.
fought, I'm picking Carmel to beat him. I ain't gonna lie. I
I ain't
ain't.
gonna lie. I didn't really watch. I haven't really watched Raymond Ford fight since the amateurs. Like I've seen him on Instagram and his little clips and stuff like that. But have I sat down and watch a real fight on the zone? Because I know I haven't. So I can't. I don't really want to judge him and get
Yeah.
no information. But from what I've seen, he's definitely a slick fighter. He got that Philly shit with him. You know what I'm saying? He got a good jab. Got some nice power to him. I think I seen him fight Duke Reagan in the US Nationals and they went at it real good. That was the last time I really like paid attention to him fight, but that was a good
I used to add him. He used to, what's crazy? He used to be in that tournament when I used to ask, but
Oh, Duke. My bad. That's another person that train with,
yeah,
spar with. Duke. That's my boy, silver medalist. He died. That was like somebody I got real close with him. Used to drop him off at home and
I thought he lost
you
his
know what I'm
last
saying.
fight though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, Duke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I missed that.
it was
I
a tough
missed.
one for him.
I missed that too. I missed that. I
It
ain't.
was a tough one for him.
I gotta watch. I
you
gotta
didn't
go back. I
you
got
didn't get the
because
win off
if
Philly
y'all
Matt.
find it on Instagram, just send it to me. So I
Yeah,
love just
I
watch.
got
Or if
you.
y'all got any fights, period, that y'all just be like, look at this fight, which I think just show me. I love watching boxing. So
Oh
like,
yeah,
you know
No,
what I'm saying.
no,
So
you know
just
what you gotta do? I'm curious if you got going Daily Motion. If you actually just start looking up both fighters' full name versus what's the name full fight, Daily Motion be having most the
uh,
average thing.
okay.
And I
There
actually
you
be
go.
going back to watch like I watch Duke Reagan every fight he had from Daily
hmm
Motion. Even though I catch it live, I just still go back and just I
Yeah,
watch
watch again. Yeah, because you
yeah.
see stuff you miss. Yeah, nah, for sure. I
I had
definitely see that.
Keyshawn Davis, Tiger Johnson, Troy. I watched
Yeah.
every
That's that
single
whole.
fight
See
they had from
that's
Daily
that
Motion.
whole crew. Yeah, that's that whole crew that was they the generation above me. So like
Yeah.
I didn't get to fight in the Olympic trials when they were fighting. So I watched. I was there though. I was sitting. I mean, it was a
How
for
old are
us.
you
It was,
right
me, I'm 21. I
now?
just turned 21 in July. But when I was thinking when the Olympic trials happened, I was like 16,
right.
right? I'm fighting in I'm fighting in my regular youth national tournament, but they're having the Olympic trials the same day, like it's the same in the same venue. So we after we fight, we going to watch them. So I got to watch that whole like, tournament and see them. I saw that's when I first really started watching Shushu. I've been knew about
Yeah, that's who I'm high. I'm high on Shushu and Carmel.
yeah,
Those guys.
Shushu. That was my first time. And the crazy thing is, Shushu used to be when he used to be losing when like I don't know, he's always to get robbed or like losing in the amateurs and stuff. And it was like, but one thing about him, he was always coming back to the tournaments. Not like always kept coming back, and that's what happens when you just stay dedicated. He end up. Nobody thought he was gonna win that. Like nobody had him picked to win the Olympic trials and all that, and he won the whole tournament. You know what I'm saying? Over
Didn't he
Duke,
beat
over all
Duke?
of them.
Didn't he beat Duke in
I
that?
think I think so. I think that was the last fight, or that was Duke second. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't want to quote say something, but I don't know for sure. I remember when I saw Duke lose his second fight. I didn't think whoever he lost to his second fight. I didn't think Duke lost for sure. I thought he won, but they took it from him. So I mean, but but again, like I said, shout out to Shushu, man. He won the whole tournament, and from that point on, I mean, he been on. You know what I'm saying? People been high up on his name, or so he's getting his just due. So that's shout out to him. But if I had to go, if I did have to go, because again, like I said, all for people I know more, I would have to lean more to Shushu for then forward. But that would be a great mix of styles, because I would want to see who would impose their will with because Raymond gonna probably be on the back foot sometimes,
Mm.
and Shushu gonna be right there in the pocket with him whenever he wants to. But Shushu can back up and box too, and Raymond can come forward too. So it's all about who implement what. You get what I'm saying? So that's a great stylistic fight too. Camille gonna be there when it's his time. I don't want to put him in there
I'm gonna be
yet
honest.
because
Off the
he gonna get his time
trajectory
because it's he with Floyd and them, so they gonna move him
he gonna
correctly.
be
They ain't
ranked.
gonna
I'm gonna be honest with you. He gonna be ranked. I think he gonna be ranked
no.
before Bruce is.
Oh
Not
no, no.
Raymond.
Listen.
Raymond
You
got
gotta
catch up.
understand that. You gotta understand the game though. Don't get it mixed up. Just because Carmel is ranked, don't mean fighters ranked don't mean he's better than the fighters that's not ranked. It's what it is. Is the promotion company. He's with TMC, so they're gonna move him and that money talk. So that money gonna move him to certain spots that certain people can't get to, and
Yeah,
he's able to get
I think
same way Floyd, you know what I'm saying, put Tank on the fast track to, you know what I'm saying, to stardom. He's gonna do the same thing for Camille, but it's the fighter's job to handle the business in the, you know what I'm saying, in the fight.
yeah,
Now Camille got to do his job, which I believe he will, and that's how you become a world champion. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, because
I
he gonna
believe that. So if it's not crazy far fetched if we say Carmel Moulton will be a champion before, you know what I'm saying, Bruce Carrington, because
no, yeah, he
he's
gonna be worth
Floyd just got that type of pull. TMT got that type of movement where they're doing stuff like that. So I mean, you got to respect it. And I
Yeah,
just that's all. I mean, it ain't about it's no hate or no nothing. It's like, you know what I'm saying, he in that position, so that young killer gonna shine. You know what I'm saying? So whenever it's time, he gonna grow up and they gonna move him correctly because he's young. And it's Floyd, so one thing about Floyd gonna do, he gonna protect his fighters. He ain't gonna be just sending them in there crazy. And this is one of his golden fighters that could be the
done.
next.
Boy, though.
You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna protect them and put them in the right position, move them correctly, and he should be a world champion soon. Uh, shout out to him. Yeah.
The third fight you got Bud Crawford versus Canelo at 168.
Now I'm not. Now I love Bud. I love. I love Bud. I
One of them
love.
sounds.
But don't go up there messing with that Mexican man. Y'all better stop playing with him, dog. Like I just told them in this Charlo fight, like, dog, people like, oh yeah, I'm going with Charlo the black fight. Listen, that to me, no disrespect to nobody and nobody in the Latin community. That is a black Mexican to me. He fight just like a black man. Y'all can't tell. You can't tell me he don't fight like a black man. Like he got the skill, the swiftness, the movement, the like. You know what I mean? So I'm with him, man. I'm all the way Canelo. Like I love Bud. I love Bud, boy. I don't think he need to go messing up there because he gonna be too strong. He ain't gonna be able to hurt. He's not gonna be able to hurt Canelo. That's the thing. He ain't gonna be able to hurt him.
And I don't think Bud could catch them Jones on the glove. I don't think he can. I don't. I
And
think he
I
can
don't. And
one
that's
on
the thing.
the
And
glove.
I don't believe. I don't. I'm not very 100% sure if Crawford could be able to take Canelo's power.
Oh no, he not.
I don't believe that, and I don't believe that. I don't believe that Crawford's gonna be able to hurt Canelo, and that's gonna be the
What you mean by take his power? Like if Canelo hit him right on his chin, can he not?
yes,
Can he not
yes.
go to sleep? Because he
Could
going
he?
to
No,
sleep.
could he not? No, not it ain't even not go to sleep. You get hurt. Somebody could hit you like somebody could hit you on the chin. Boom. And it could be a shot. You got punched, but you're not hurt. You still there. You still in the fight. Like you can.
Mhm.
But then it's a punch where you can get hit. Boom, and you're a little off. You're a little woozy. Your legs buckle. You're
yeah,
not down, but you hurt. See, and those are the best. Those are the worst positions when you hurt, because that's when you get knocked out. Because now you don't know where punches are coming from, and we know, and boxers know how to sense that. And come on now, we know we can hit somebody. That Canelo been famous for it, hitting people. They get all a little wet, and he start doing like this, and he know it's over. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't believe that he gonna be able to hurt Canelo, and that's gonna be his downfall. But everybody believe that, oh yeah, he just gonna box him. I mean, yeah, that can be, but I ain't seen nobody be able to do that since Floyd, and I believe that's Canelo a whole different fighter now. He not even gonna allow you to do him like that no more. Like he learned from that. Like now, people always make that comparison about that Floyd if Canelo and Floyd fought again. Like I still would pick Floyd. Don't get it messed up, but I don't. Terrence Crawford is not Floyd. I don't believe he has that Floyd ability. Now he can box. It's just not. He's not Floyd. He's not gonna be able to do it like Floyd did it. But now you can. And the difference between what Floyd doing and Crawford is doing is Floyd brought Canelo ass down. He
Mhm.
brought him down to that catch weight. So he drained him and fought him. Not drained him and fought him. Like I don't want to discredit it, but you know what I'm saying. He brought him down.
yeah,
Crawford's trying to go up to where Canelo's comfortable. Like this is his weight.
Yeah,
Like he
I
been
think he's something
fluctuating and going to 75 and 8 and all that stuff just to because he bored. You know what I'm saying? He needs something to chase. But like 68 is where he has his undisputed title. That's where he is comfortable most. Y'all are going to his kingdom saying, I'm gonna challenge you and think he gonna go like that? Y'all crazy. He's the like, come on now. He's the face, man.
I think Bud should just work his way. I think if he want to fight him, he should.
I would go if I was Bud, I would go 54. Honestly, don't even go fucking with Canelo. Honestly, but I mean, everybody want that money. That it's kind of hard to turn down that Canelo money. I ain't gonna lie. So
Yeah.
now, I would never tell nobody to do that. No, but if the fight ever gets signed and happen, I'm gonna go Canelo. But again, I'm not gonna bet. I'm not gonna be one to bet and all that. I'm just gonna watch it, but I believe Canelo's gonna win the fight because it's just he's gonna be the bigger, stronger, and opponent. And I believe and that's different. He's not just straight up and down like Spence. Like he got other stuff with him. He can box. He can move on his toes. He can fight off his back foot. He can counter. He can
Who?
jab. So he got stuff that Crawford got to deal with. And the biggest thing is that he's just the bigger fighter. Like that weight class is for a reason, bro. Weight classes is for sure for a reason. Now,
Canelo don't even do all that no more though. My man just high guard. You know what I
he
mean,
don't listen, and
to the body,
it
head.
looks so simple. It looks so simple, but I promise you, it's so complex when you get in there. Do you understand? You know what people like. If you look at the don't look at a Canelo. Look at his opponent. It's not a. It's come on now, people. It's grown men. Think about it, a grown man walking you down. You just gonna sit there and gonna let him do that, or you gonna throw back? You gonna throw back, right?
Word.
He makes you scared to throw back because when you throw back, he counters you. Boom. And so it's like, oh, it makes you be like, oh, let me keep my hands up.
It's,
So then you find yourself waiting on him to throw, and that's all he throwing is jab, jab, hook to the arm, jab, jab, hook to the body. Next thing you know, here come the hook to the head. Boom. And that's how he dropped Charlo. Like you gotta watch it. You gotta watch. You gotta watch them fight. Like you start studying cages and all that. It's not simple. He's cutting off your air supply in the ring basically. Like you can't move that much unless you're Charlo and then it's gonna look like you're running from him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he was doing.
No,
Anybody
that
that wants
what Charlo did. He ain't.
anybody that wants to fight or wants to win is gonna have to eventually stand there or do something and fight if you want a chance to win like that. And again, he's a Mexican, and he ain't going like that. Like you ain't just never seen nobody just walk up on Canelo and just out dog him to the body and out punch him. Like no, he's a
I don't
Mexican.
think
Even
people.
Triple G couldn't do it
I don't think people be scared to throw punches. I ain't gonna lie. Nobody fought Canelo like Charlo. Like everybody usually get tired, and then that shit get bad for him.
because the way he's fighting
First
them.
six,
I'm telling you,
he
the
be
way
in
he's fighting them.
competitive fights. He be the first six. He usually be in competitive fights. Then they break down because he do hit hardest
Because
shit. He do
because
mentally
and
fuck you up because he walking you down the whole goddamn
yeah,
time.
if you got once you get to a point like once you get to a point in the ring where you've been in there for a while, like you start to see like you don't be tripping about them early rounds. Cause like Canelo knows now, like, you know what I'm saying? He done fought too many times. It's rare he's gonna get a first or second round knockout. Like that. So he's not even looking for the knockout in them rounds. You know what I'm saying? He just chilling, collecting data. He's know you're gonna wear down. So then he does that's a routine you think that's on accident? No, he's doing it on purpose. Sixth round, he turned it up. Start touching to the body, doing all that. Now people stop moving. Now here he come. Now he start throwing them combinations. Next thing you know, boom, one knockdown. It's the eighth round. You know what I'm
But
saying?
we seen when the breakdown didn't happen, he lost. When the
That's
person
because, and again, and that's because weight class is for a reason. His ass went up there with somebody that could take his power, that he couldn't hurt too crazy, and it didn't work. That's what it was. And Bivol is not a small guy.
do you
Like
think
dude.
do you think Bud could wear the shots on his arms? Like you know how Bud was
no,
you know
nope.
how Bud had that
I,
little moment where he backed his own self up. You remember he was fighting Spence and he
yeah,
backed his
not
own
about.
self before he dropped him with that uppercut. And you know how he had
Mm-hmm.
the high guard, he kind of let Spence, throw his little shots for he countered. You think he
Mm-mm.
could do that with Canelo, like catch two and two, and then you mean,
No.
or you
No,
think
because
Canelo gonna feel like he
no,
real?
man, he's gonna be able to do it. He's gonna be able to do it. He's gonna be able to catch it and throw something, but something's gonna come back too. You know what I'm saying? Like Canelo has that ability too. Like that catch and counter. Like Spencer's not really a catch and counter. Spencer's somebody that leads. He's gonna jab, jab, left hand. I mean, what my bad. Jab, jab, left hand, hook to the body. That's his combinations. His base combination. He's not somebody that's gonna catch counter hook or catch uppercut. That's not really his game. But Canelo is one of them catch and shoot fighters. He knows how to do that. So it's gonna do is they're gonna be catching and shooting each other, and it's all about who punch gonna land solid more.
You
Who can
think he
hurt
could?
who.
You think he could hurt? You think he hit hard enough to hurt Bud off of catching a shot?
Yes.
You can't tell me
Def-
Charlo wasn't getting hurt catching them shots.
yes, he was.
You think he got the ability to hurt Crawford like off of like
Yes.
not just catch it like stun him off a catch
Yes.
shot.
Yes, brother. Like I don't know. I
That was
mean,
practice, bro.
I don't know if you fight or not. I fight, brother. I know. Like just because it looked like it hit right here, don't mean it hit right here. It might have looked like it got caught right there. And it's like, oh, that didn't have no effect. Even when you get hit right here, that still hurts your face. Like, you know what I'm saying? People's face still be puffy from right here just from, you know what I'm saying, taking punches. That's them 8 ounces hurt. Don't let a punch hit you up here in the back of the head, on the top of the head. Your body will just go out without you even knowing.
No,
No,
yeah,
real
that's why
shit.
I
This
said
is
I said
real.
you
I
got
ain't lame. I'm dead serious. Like
people
you
got
get hit
different
in the
type
top of
of
the head on the temple, boom. It's like, oh, and you hear about that equilibrium. Like, oh yeah, his equilibrium's off. Yeah. So
yeah, you know, it's certain punches
I
that
have
you
no doubt in my mind if Crawford is like this and he throws one of them boom boom booms to his head, yes, he can hurt Crawford for sure.
because you
It's
know
I don't.
people
It's
got
Canelo, man. It's
different type
Canelo.
of power. You got
Huh?
some power. I said because you know you got some power where you could afford to catch it, and then you got some power where you like
Yeah.
I'm just trying to go up under this joint. I ain't even
No,
trying.
that's Canelo don't have that type of power.
You got the
Canelo
power
don't.
where
You
you like
don't. He don't
you
have
gotta
that.
go up under
Canelo
that.
has the power. You stay away from. I make him miss. Box him, make him miss. Counter him. Get the fuck out the way. That's the type of power Canelo has. He don't have. You don't have that. I'm gonna lay in the pocket a little bit, try to catch this and counter him when he no, because you don't want to get hit by that. Because that counter, that one catch might alter the fight. Or you might think the catch going here, boom, it hit you to the body. Now you done fucked yourself up. Now you can't recover. You know what I'm saying? He's that good. Like think about it. It's all look at all the how many people have you seen somebody just try to catch and counter Canelo and he got 60 some fights? How many people you really seen that really was that wasn't punching bags or somebody that absorbed punches? You know what I'm saying? If they weren't just quick to go in there, people were still not just quick to just lay in the pocket with Canelo, even Triple G, who was one of the most devastating punchers that everybody was scared of. He was not just sitting there trying to lay in the pocket with Canelo. Like not he started using the jab in that second fight and right hand and all that. That's a for a reason. Like it's a reason. That boy he's strong and he's sharp. That's a crazy combination. Cause he his punches is you don't know where they coming from.
How you feel about him and Benavidez?
I mean that would be a great fight. It's a dream fight. I'm gonna go Canelo again, but I mean I would want to see it now. I wouldn't bet on the fight or
Yeah,
I wouldn't bet on that fight either, but I wouldn't want to see it just because the styles to make the fight. I want to see how Benavidez fight. But I feel like Benavidez going, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be one of them they gonna rumble. They gonna rumble.
they gonna have to get in
Yeah,
the
they gonna
pocket
rumble.
and really fight. Yeah,
They gonna rumble because you know what I'm saying they both Mexicans and Benavidez gonna box, but eventually Benavidez gonna come forward. You know Canelo's gonna come forward, and it's like that's gonna be fireworks. So yeah, I would like to see that. Now that's I still don't believe that even David has the ability to you know what I'm saying be able to lay there with him because he a bigger body and throw with him. But I don't think he's not gonna be trying to sit there the entire time take that shit. No, he gonna
yeah.
pick his spots. But again, like I said, if you're good enough, you know how to. But you got to be a bigger body. Like he's a true 168. Like to be able to absorb that. Like Crawford is not a true 168, so it feels different to Crawford than it will feel to Benavidez. You get
But
what I'm
say
saying?
Dave, shit. A lot of people think Dave need to be at 175 at this
Yeah,
point.
he was a big he was a big guy. Like he came down in weight. Like he got like this is him in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like David Benavidez was a fat kid, a fat
Yeah,
boy. You know what I'm saying? So he came down. So he always been a bigger guy. So again, he can absorb more. He has that's what makes him stronger too. Most of the guys that if you got that weight, you got to carry that weight with the power. You got to be able to carry all that. So he got that power like a big guy too. I mean, but what makes Benavidez special is his ability to be able to be that big and be able to move that
Yeah.
versatile and be able to, you know what I'm saying, throw his combinations that fast. Like a lot of big guys can't move that fluently.
How you
So
feel about him and Andre? Obviously, Andre getting his first big fight for real.
I think honestly, I mean Boo Boo had to prove me wrong. I just think Boo Boo is gonna be too small for 168. I think that all the fighters at 168 are gonna give him trouble because I saw something in his last fight against one of my fellow guys that Damon
Um,
Nicholson from St.
yeah.
Cobb, and Damon was on the back
You got
end.
training up? You training up or something like that?
Yeah, Damon. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, Damon. Yeah, when he was with us, he had left. He had ended up leaving Headbangers but he was 16-1, 16 knockouts when he left us. So he was knocking stuff out. But then you know what I'm saying, he went on to with his career, kept doing. But he was on the back half of his career with that. But I saw that it was little punches that he was hurting Andre to the body with. He just didn't follow up.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? He just didn't follow. Now a fighter that's on that, you know what I'm saying, that elite level like that, that's gonna recognize that a Canelo, Benavidez, a Plant, even a Charlo or something, they will hit him to the body and hurt him because they're gonna keep throwing it. And I believe that's the weapon for him. I mean, that's the key for him. If you can hurt him to the body, you're gonna beat it. Because once you hurt him to the body, then all his distance and stuff breaks down. Like that's his best asset with Andre is he has that amateur. He knows how to keep his distance. He's like a bigger like he fights like a bigger Shakur.
who you talking about?
Boo Boo Andre.
All right.
Like,
He fights like a bigger Shakur. Like he's one of those fighters that you punch, I'm gonna step back. Punch, I'm gonna step back. Like he wants you to step forward to overstep so you can punch and he can counter you and get out the way. He's one of those guys. But I seen in his last fight, if you are able to invade his space and be able to make him uncomfortable and hit him with body shots and stuff, you'll be able to land more effective on him. And I believe that Benavidez is going to definitely because Benavidez is coming to him.
no, yeah. You
Like you
step.
know what I'm saying, like he coming to
You
him. So
step.
it's like
Yeah.
you're not. It's no point of Benavidez saying I'm gonna back up and box him or beat. No, he coming right at him. So
You got David by stoppage or is it going 12?
um, it can be stoppage. I wouldn't be. I would if somebody said that Benavidez stopped Boo Boo, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm gonna give respect to fighters that always. So I'm always say they're gonna make it through the bell. I kind of hate saying a fighter gonna get knocked out, like,
Mm-hmm.
because just making that prediction. But I mean, because they're both elite fighters. These are not don't
Yeah.
even though I'm saying this, these are still the elite of the elite. So I don't want to say that he's gonna get knocked out, but it definitely be there. It might go 12 rounds. If it wouldn't surprise me if it doesn't go 12 rounds, but I think it probably go 12. But David on that right now. I ain't gonna lie. David is definitely on that. So,
Nah.
but if y'all realize that's why if y'all see how the game was moving, this is why Canelo is definitely gearing up to fight him. Like Benavidez about to fight right here. Canelo got one more fight on the contract, and then it's his last contract with that Showtime. His third fight will be that Benavidez fight. He gonna chuck the deuces to y'all. That's what's about to happen. I just want to let y'all
That's,
like if y'all realize how boxers move. Like he just got that big bag. He got that payday. He 32, 33 years old. No, he 31. 31 about to turn 32. Like, you know what I'm saying? He been fighting since he was 15. You know what I'm saying? That's how long he been pro since he was
yeah.
15. Not that, you know what I'm saying? So, like, bro, like it gets to a point where you get a little tired of this, and I'm not gonna say he tired of it. He got his rejuvenation, but now he know that now it's all about money. It's not about
He
legacy.
probably is tired now because it's like you
It's,
fight
he
to
don't even have no. Think about
yeah.
it. Y'all have made him fight everybody. Y'all, we're trying. We have just tried to put a
Y'all made him
47
fight
pounder.
everybody. He do.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, listen, we just sat here and talked about a 47 pounder going up to 168. Why? Because he done beat all the 168 and beat all the 160s. So you don't have none of them. Like, oh yeah, don't go. And then at 175, he got the title up there. he had did that. He had won a title at or he tried to get was fake trying to get a title at heavyweight. Like you know what I'm saying, he is doing all this stuff. So it's not a lot of fighters that you can name.
Yeah, he told Eddie Hearn one time that if you make the heavyweight division 201, I'll fight Usyk for the belt. Cause
You know what I'm saying?
cruiserweight is too
Cruiserweight,
heavy.
yeah,
He said
exactly.
if you make that joint exactly 201, I'll fight him for the belt for the
That's what I'm
heavyweight
saying. Like
title.
again, for him to say that that's Canelo Alvarez. Canelo started at 147, dog. For him to say that he is bored, he has been in the game for almost 20 some years, 25 years, just been boxing, and he needs to find something that's gonna make him work hard. He got to find motivation. Like he got saying to Canelo, yes, Canelo, you about to fight for a WBC belt, and it's about to be sold out, and this that. It don't move him not one bit. He don't care about none of them belts. He don't care about none of that no more. He done got every last one of them, a super belt franchise, whatever you want to name it. He got Ring Magazine. He got it. He
Yeah,
not
they be
tripping
making
off.
belts up for my man Canelo,
Yeah,
man.
like it's nothing you can do.
I ain't
That's
gonna
what I said.
talk
That's
about
not.
it.
He has to find
He's
another
crazy.
way to you know what I'm saying, find motivation. It got to be a fighter. It got to for so that's what y'all the fans are the ones that do it for Canelo. When y'all say stuff like to him like that Benavidez is gonna beat him and stuff like that, that's y'all turn him up because now it's like oh now y'all challenging me. Oh now it give him some motivation to get up for. You know what I'm saying? When y'all just say oh whatever yeah it's Canelo and all that like think about it. Nobody really went into that Bivol fight like, oh yeah, Canelo gonna lose today. Everybody, it was just like, oh, Canelo fighting, and it was like, then when he even when he lost, everybody was like, he lost. But
Yeah, it's
ain't
like
nobody even like,
Yo,
ain't no, yeah, like no,
he still was
everybody
like
ain't
top
nobody
three
make
in
it
the pound for pound list, all that. That loss ain't do nothing.
nothing. It did absolutely nothing. Nobody cared because we were putting him again. This is not his weight class.
Only
He's
other races of fighters can lose, and like that should never happen. Like if a black fighter lose, man,
but
you gonna hear about
yeah,
it. Any other race
that's
lose,
true.
that shit they just move right on next day. Loma lost next day.
That's
Canelo
true. That's
lost
true. But
next
only thing
day.
I'm about to say about Canelo is a little different is
I mean,
because
Spence lost to the best in the whole wide world. My man was getting clowned all the whole time. Like,
but
yo, the
that's
man
no.
best.
But if you think about it, that's us black people. That's not our, that's not that ain't nobody else fault but black people. Black people went to go clown Spence. You don't see me clowning Spence. Black people went to that to go make memes and all that stuff. Like you don't see Mexicans doing that to Canelo. You don't see you know what I'm saying the Caucasian people doing that to Loma. Or you know, it's only us that attack or laugh at our fighters when we lose, so we feel like that. But that stuff don't matter. I just want to let y'all know, like, fight. I mean, that bothered us. Like nobody wants to get on Instagram and see that dumbass shit, but we don't give a damn because if y'all nobody understands what it feels like. Like no disrespect, like y'all can have all the opinion y'all want in the world, but I'm not gonna really truly value y'all opinion because y'all haven't stepped yourself in the ring, and that's a different echelon. Some fighters feel like that when they get to a certain level, you can't. Somebody on Instagram can't tell me that I should have do this and I've been fighting around. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just don't respect it because you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels. Yeah, it might look open, but that shit hurt. I might got to take one to give one, but that shit hurt. Ain't nobody trying to take one to give. Saying it's different little things that alter fighters from doing certain things. So my message to that is stop judging fighters just from a fight. Y'all don't really know what's really going on because you never stepped in the ring. When people step into the ring or have an amateur fight, they be like, "Oh, it's real." Or, "Oh, yeah, that 3 minutes is really long." Like, yeah,
yeah.
it.
Yeah, you
You know
get
what
the
I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff
Hey,
that people don't
win. You gotta,
understand that goes into it. It's like, oh, he getting tired. It's the eighth round, seventh round. How he tired? It's only going through. What do you mean?
but if
Like,
you
you
get
get what I'm
all the
saying? Like,
praise when you win, though, you people gotta go at you when you down. Because if you gonna tell
yeah,
the
yeah,
fans don't kick him when he down, then you gotta tell him be quiet when they winning too.
yeah, yeah,
Can't be doing
exactly.
winning.
Listen, my thing is that they go, but nobody asks for that. The fans go crazy. This is all fans go crazy. Them little Instagram comments. We don't tell y'all to say go on this person post and say, oh yeah, Spencer's a duck or Crawford. Did you think Crawford? I mean, Spence went to his fans and told them, yeah, go put Crawford's on the duck on everybody post that you see. No, the
When you
fuck
make a
that was
video
that's
saying he ducking
fans.
you though, that's what they
But
do.
I mean, again, that's fans. He didn't do that. So but we gotta live with it. The fighters gotta live with that though. Like we gotta. They make it seem like oh, we the ones that started that, or oh
No,
yeah, well you was
it do
talking
be
crazy.
y'all though, because if Spence
Shit.
make a video saying Crawford is ducking me, that's how we got
Yeah.
the information.
I mean, but we knew. But now you see that it wasn't no duck. Again,
No, I know what you're saying.
it
It's just
never be.
nothing
But I got
fighters.
to
You
it
don't just
never
wake
be.
up and guess.
I ain't gonna lie. Listen. Most of the shit I'm gonna say this is some insider stuff that not even really insider about. Most times, if they tell you it's a duck, like they verbally say, "Oh yeah, he ducked me." 9 times out of 10, he ain't really duck you. Make like remember I said that. I'm gonna say that again. If they are able to say he ducked me, 9 times out of 10, it wasn't a duck. Because most of the times people duck people, you don't hear about it. Like
That
that's
makes
real boxing. Because they send contracts and people be like, nah, next one. And they don't tell nobody about it. Nobody knows about that. See, when it's
Of
duck,
course, yeah,
when they really duck you,
of
that's
course,
when they
not.
really duck you, that you don't hear about it. So that's why I be saying that when the fans be saying that shit, like, bro, y'all don't know that all they doing is just building up the fight. They're trying to make y'all geek up and talk about the fight, so to make sure they're planting seeds to make sure this fight is gonna sell. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they plant the Tank and Cruz and Tank and Ryan again
And
on
that's
like
another reason people be talking though, because it's like they make us wait so long. It's all you could do. They're not gonna fight to 5 years. What else we?
that's what y'all think.
So it's like,
That's what y'all think. We
like
know the game. The game is
Garden
always
Smith could have
they
been.
watching. They watching.
They've been with that
They knew
guy.
they was gonna make. They knew they was gonna make. Come on now. They knew they was gonna make that Crawford fight 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But y'all wanted it. Y'all wanted it then. Y'all wanted it at that point. But people didn't get xed out. Like it gotta feel like that. It gotta feel like it's only one and two. These two people gotta fight. Like they had to get Sean Porter xed out. Danny had to get xed out. Ugas got to get xed out. Manny got to get xed out. Thurman got to get xed out for them to be like, okay, let me have this big fight. Now if they had this big fight, right? If Crawford had beat Spence like that 3 years ago, now they have a damaged, or I won't call him damaged, but you know what I'm saying. He has took a knockout loss or TKO loss to Spence. I mean, Spence had a TKO loss. Now they don't have the money to fight. Like he can't fight Danny now. With that Danny fight doesn't happen,
No.
it won't make money. So it got to make money. It got to make sense. So y'all, they know the fight. Come on now, we ain't dumb. The same, they smart just like y'all. They know the fights that's supposed to happen. But what they got to do, they got to get their money's worth out of all their fighters. I got to
No,
get that, and
that's
that's how it
true.
goes. So what they do is a market of they gonna shop everybody around. Whoever it's always like a big tournament because it's not like Crawford was supposed to be there. If somebody would have beat Crawford, yeah, it would have messed up the marketing plan and all that. But
Adrian Wilder.
Crawford, yeah, exactly. It would have messed up a marketing plan. That's when somebody loses. That's how it happened. But again, it shows you that the game is not going to just cheat for this to happen. You got to really win.
You
Like
can.
you know what I'm saying,
We're right. You definitely. We're
Bro,
right.
you have to really win. Like it ain't the game is not going to be like, oh yeah, just because y'all the two best fighters, we gonna make the most money. Y'all need to fight, and I'm gonna make sure that like no. If you ain't winning or if you ain't putting that work in, nigga, they gonna be like, oh, next man up. Like we ain't think Tyson like everything was Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury really came out of nowhere and just was like now nobody can beat him.
Yeah, no,
Now
I
he
ain't
just
gonna lie. I think nobody. I ain't gonna lie.
bruh.
I don't
I've
think
never seen a
nobody in
six.
the
I've never
world
seen a six
heavyweight
seven
history
dude
of
move like that.
boxing
That's impossible. That's a giant,
is
bruh.
big.
bro, he big as hell, big ass
Bro, that's a
O-line,
giant, bro. He is six
bro.
seven, moving like that, bro. He is that. He's 6'7", 300 pounds, bro. Moving like a little dude, like he bouncing on his toes,
Probably
flips,
got Ali beating him maybe, and that's it.
bruh.
That's
I'm,
it.
bruh. That like people. I know people was having all these debates and all that, and
You
I
might,
don't not
you
want.
might cook Ali though. I ain't gonna
I
like.
don't want to have a debate like people be having debates like that or him or Mike Tyson. I'm like, bruh, I don't care, but they ain't never seen nothing like that, bruh.
bro.
That's what
He
I'm saying. How the fuck would he
I'm
win?
not saying that they can't win and all that,
You
or you know what I'm saying it can't happen, or you know what I'm saying boxing is boxing. Anything can happen. But I'm saying they have never seen nothing like that. Not no 6'7", 380 or 360 pound giant that can box, that can move, that can jab and fight in the inside and got a chin. Like got a chin, a legit chin. He took
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder punches for 3 fights.
so,
I ain't gonna
Dog,
lie though.
he
To
got
this
a
day,
chin.
I always let people know I watched that first fight, and I swear to God, I counted that should go to like 25, 30
I ain't
seconds.
gonna lie. Yeah, no, that first that when he
Like I
got out like the
counted like
yeah,
over
that
10
nigga got up
times.
like the Undertaker.
Over
I ain't
10
gonna lie.
times. Like no bullshit, not over
Nah,
exaggerating. I counted over 10 times. I did the
nah.
count in my head
He
over
woke.
10
I ain't gonna
times.
lie. That then when he got knocked out by, I mean, when he got knocked down by that right hand, yeah, he woke up
It
like
was
the
20 or
Undertaker.
more
That was
seconds
a
every
long
time
count.
I did it.
I haven't went in cause I was going for that first fight. I was going for Wilder. I was going for
Yeah.
you know what
I
I'm
was
saying, the
going for
Yeah,
him
black.
every
I'm
fight,
going for
man.
Wilder. Like we
Yo,
got a black heavyweight. You know
I
what I'm
was,
we was
saying?
trying to get Wilder. We
I was
wanted
going with
Wilder to
Wilder
get
every
rid of
Yeah,
fight,
so
him.
man.
so
Like,
I was with it.
oh,
I was like, oh,
geez.
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I thought that it was a knockout. I really did. But they didn't give it to us. So I'm like, all right, cool. But then when the second fight came around, so I'm watching it again. I'm like, nah, this a different fight. He dominating him. Like he crushing him. Like it's like, oh. And then the third fight was just like, man, wrap this up. I don't even know. I
You
didn't
know,
even want to see it. I didn't want to see it a third time. Cause I knew like you could tell, like
Yeah,
most you could tell like certain fights, you know when somebody got somebody numbers. Like
I ain't gonna
certain
lie
fights.
though.
you can't beat that guy, bro. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
beat
he ain't gonna
Them
be
two
him.
though, for them two, I ain't gonna lie. You could give me the fourth fight. Only cause
him.
only cause
It'll generate money, but we know what's
Tyson
gonna
dropped
happen.
every time. Like it ain't like he going 12 rounds without getting hit. He just get up. You got see, remember he got dropped 6 times in 3 fights.
Nah,
So it
nah, no.
ain't like he going 12 without getting hit. He getting hit with that right hand every
It's a
fight. He getting dropped every
and
fight. He getting up every
and
fight.
this is why heavyweights sell.
So he might get hit one time and just don't get up that time. That's what we thinking of.
This is why boxing is not selling as much as it's supposed to, because just like you said, you just said in 3 fights he done got dropped at least 3 to 6 times. You know what I'm saying?
He got dropped six
And
times.
6 times in 3 fights, right? And that's it's heavyweight boxing. Y'all 200, 300 pounds. You better hit somebody and they better fall. You big man, like that's how they feel. So in heavyweights, when they had all the heavyweights, you're really going to dang near guaranteeing a knockout or a knockdown.
Word.
See, boxing now is starting to transition to the little guys are the draws. Tanks the draw. 47's the draw. But we're still getting knockouts, so people are watching it. But it's nothing. I don't care what you say. It's
I ain't gonna
nothing
lie.
like a heavyweight knockout.
Tank
Like
giving
no,
me Tank giving me them Wilder vibes. He giving me vibes like if you gonna beat Tank, you probably gonna have to get up off the canvas and beat him. Like
nah.
that's
I
what
mean, yeah, nah, but because
it's gonna be hard to go 12 rounds and not get hit with that one shot.
exactly, and then it's gonna be hard to get hit with that one shot and get your ass up and think this Baltimore killer ain't gonna be on you. Like
You know,
he's a real
these
dog. Like
fights just start
I
coming
don't think
right
people
out
don't
immediately.
understand.
You
Like,
said this is gonna be hard. He's the
but
fight immediately.
people really don't really understand it. Like Tank is a real dog. Like no, that's not for the internet. No, he don't be playing. No, he not all that bully stuff. Like oh yeah, he be chump. Like no, that's not a facade. No, Tank will roll up on you in real life. I've seen him smack you out, fight, like yeah. Tank is really one of he's a Baltimore. He's really a Baltimore dude. I can't say what I really want to say because we on
When
a
he gonna get
podcast. But if I
when he
was
gonna
talking
get
to y'all like
Shakur
he
that
really,
fight
you
though.
know what I'm saying? He really is one of them Baltimore people. Like you could see a Tank if you go down Baltimore, you go down the avenue. Like yeah, you could see a young Tank. Like he with all that.
I know when
Uh,
he gonna be with all that with the guys we want him to see with all that.
because
He- always-
they're not on all that with him as much as they say that's what I'm saying, much as they say they want to fight and all that, them guys don't really want to fight him for real because they know it's more risk.
We know
If
he could send a better contract. So you telling me Shakur not sign a contract if Tank picked up his phone? He
because
wouldn't. He not gonna.
yeah, but then at that point, would money? It has to be money generated. Like Shakur want money. Shakur wants them to be able to give him money, and we know with money. I mean, with for you to be able to get paid money, you got to have something. You either got to have star power. Tank has the star power, so that's why he's the one. He's the draw. He's the face of boxing. With
That's why he
Shakur,
can make any fight he want. That's why I said you
exactly.
can pick up that phone and fight
Shakur
Shakur
has to
tomorrow if
have,
you
but
want.
it has to be something that, uh, like, and they gonna fight. I'm trying to. Okay? If I want to give you the what's going to go on them, it's not Tank not gonna fight both of them. Is what y'all not understanding. Everybody want this to be like the Four Kings, like Tommy Hearns and Mama had like no, they're not gonna fight all four fight each other. Two of them is gonna fight. So more than likely, this is how it's gonna go. Devin's gonna fight Shakur, or one like Shakur gonna fight Devin. However that go. They're gonna fight. Boom, after they fight, then the big fight. Same way they X'd everybody out, is will be two people standing again. And it's gonna be Shakur and it's gonna be Tank. And then the super fight is gonna happen. But they gotta figure out a way what's gonna happen, or what's gonna happen is Devin does what he does. Like he goes to 40 and then says what he says that Tank gotta come to 40 to fight him, which Tank is not gonna do because he's the draw. He
Yeah,
feels like.
we need more Devs in this world. My man Dev really be back to back to back in it and good fights. He just went from Cambosis,
because
Loma
I
to
mean
Ring.
honestly, yeah.
And he got Teal, and he want to fight Teal next, and I know he gonna do it. And he sent Shakur Stevenson a contract. Like I know he not scared of nobody. He just
I ain't gonna.
he
It's
already
none. No,
proved
no.
too
First of
much.
all, none of these fighters are scared of
Not
nobody.
scared, but basically I know he willing to take any fight at any time. He don't care about all that. Got to be the right time.
I
All
ain't gonna
this.
listen, and I ain't gonna say that either because listen, me and know, I know, and he know too, and everybody knows. Like that contract that he knew that was BS with Shakur. If he
You can
really,
always, no matter how
if
trash
he
you
really
get, you
no, if
can
he
always
really wanted to, bro,
call
if
the
he
nigga
really
bluff
wanted to
though.
really get down with Shakur, let's not get it twisted. If he really wanted to get down with Shakur, like yeah, let's fight. That fight would have happened. He sent that contract knowing that Shakur was gonna turn that shit down, or Shakur was gonna be fighting for some bullshit, and Shakur worth more than that. So he not gonna. But you got
We
that's
don't
how
know what it
boxing go,
was though.
huh?
We don't know what it was, so we don't know what he
Yeah,
was.
but he don't know, but and we don't know what it is. But one thing about it, I know I'm a boxer too. We don't play by our money, nigga. We go in there and put our life on the line. See, most times y'all still think about, oh yeah, it's about who better and all that. I'm not getting hit without making sure that check right. You get what I'm saying? So for Shakur, he got a kid. He got people to take care of. That money got to be right for me. I ain't worried about this boxing stuff. I'm gonna do what I do in boxing. The money got to make sense for me to want to go put my life on the line to go fight, and I gotta provide for my kids and my family. And I know that money ain't Shakur trying to make money. He's trying to get on. He's trying to get the big fight. If the money was right, he would have fought. I'm telling you. That's one. I'm telling
But
you.
people always talk.
The contract was that. The contract was that BS for Shakur to not take it. Shakur's one of those people that he don't care. He's at the
You think
point where
if
he
Tank,
like, I
you
want to
think if
show
Tank
y'all.
sent 25%, Shakur would have not took it.
Probably,
Yeah,
yeah, probably
definitely,
not either. Probably not either.
definitely,
He probably
definitely
because
Tank
he would have stand on business. He would have
Tank
stood.
just did 1.2 million. He take it 25%. He just
No,
did one. He just did the
no,
second
because what
highest
I'm
gate
gonna
in
tell you,
boxing
I'm gonna tell you
history.
why. I'm gonna tell you why he not
You
gonna
go
take it.
around feel
He not.
disrespected or
I'm
He
something.
gonna
did the
tell. I'm gonna
second
tell you. I'm
highest
gonna
gate in
tell.
boxing history. Who don't want to
I'm
be a
gonna.
part of that?
I'm gonna tell you why he not gonna take. Cause see, y'all thinking like that. You not thinking business. You thinking it. See, that's what's gonna gross right now. What is it gonna gross in 2 years? It might be that when Devin, when Shakur got the belts, when Shakur is unified WBC WBA champion, and then Shakur still, Tank is still the star power. Will the purse still be 1.2 million? No, it might be 10. So it might that 25 or that percentage might be enough. So he might get more money. It's all about more investors. The way think about it, when food tastes better when you're marinated, don't it?
Yeah,
Exactly. That's how boxing goes. Y'all basically, but boxing fans, y'all
you
don't
can
like y'all.
overcook it
Y'all like
too.
microwave. They like TV dinners.
You can overcook it too. Then you can't eat it at all.
Nah, they not old. Only way to overcook it is if they old and punchy or something. It's
Somebody could
Shakur.
lose.
Hey, who's gonna lose between Tank and Shakur? Tell me
Somebody could
which one.
lose. It's a bunch of
Who
fight.
gonna
I don't
who?
think. Listen,
Tell,
I got
no, no, you
Shakur.
tell. Don't give me hypothetical. Who is
Now
gonna
look,
lose between Tank and Shakur?
I got Shakur beating everybody, but
Who? That's so Tank gonna lose to who?
still females not out there.
Tank
Devin Haney
Tank
not
is gonna
out
lose to
there.
who? That's at 40.
Lomachenko not out there.
They're at 40.
They gonna
Let's
be
say
at 40. They gonna be Shakur gonna be at 40 one day.
yeah, but right now, again, you're skipping. That's what I'm saying. You're missing it. You thinking about fights. You're not thinking business. I'm trying to get you. You have to think weight classes. Weight class. Yes, money is made for catch weights and all that stuff. But the
About
most money I made in title fights. So yes, if Devin Haney and Tank say they're gonna fight at a
they not
catch weight.
invincible. They human. They both still human now.
Listen to me. Listen to me. If Devin Haney say you're gonna fight at catch weight with Devontae Davis at 138, right? That's
Mhm.
gonna make less money than the fight at 140 or the fight at 135. Why? Because 138 is not an official title weight. So what they're trying to do is they try to get somebody a hold of a belt or
Ryan just
something like
made 30 million off 136 catchweight. I don't know about that still.
yeah. That's right, cause that's social media though.
I don't know.
No, don't nobody got no social media following like Ryan. Who
136 was never a weight class. Just made 30
no, no,
million
no. Listen
as
to
the
what you
B
said.
side. So I don't know about
Who
that.
has a
Man.
social media following like Ryan right now? Nobody. 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 You can name them. Nobody has a social media. And that's why that fight did that. Because social media, it wasn't about, oh, the ticket sales. No, it was about how many pay-per-view buys. That's social media. That's him putting it out. That's him doing broadcasts and podcasts and all that. That's social media. They don't have social. Devin Haney probably don't. I don't even know if he got a mil or 2 mil on
He got
Instagram. He
over
probably got.
2 million. He got over 2 million
He
He
got
followers.
two.
he
He
one
got
of
over
the
2 million.
higher ones now. Yeah, he one of the higher ones now.
Okay, See, at first, like everybody, but if you go to Ryan right now, I guarantee Ryan had something stupid. Like he got higher than Tank. He got higher than everybody. Like
Yeah, you're
he's
Ryan
something.
like 10, 15
Yeah,
million.
like he's something crazy, and that, you know what I'm saying. That streamer stuff is where it's at. Why do you think? Why do you think that the Logan Pauls, Jake Paul, KSIs, and all that stuff is going crazy? That's a part of that social media era. The box. That's why we get mad at boxing because boxing is not getting them that the sales because we don't have the damn fans. Like people not people
Devin
more
Haney
entertained
on
watching
money though.
freaking streamers now than watching us boxers. We I guess boxers are not the popular ones no more. The streamers is. You know
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
ain't
That's
gonna
not
lie. I ain't gonna lie. Boxers not famous. Like in
that's
terms.
what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to explain. Like with when you brought up the Ryan thing is for boxers they people probably know Ryan
Dev
Garcia
got
because for them little
2.5 though.
body
He
shot
got over
challenges
five.
and fast
That's
mid
like
stuff. You know
definitely
what I'm
right.
saying? But I
Devin
mean,
got 2.5 million and Tank got over 5 million though. You
yeah,
can't
I
tell
mean,
me
no,
that's not ready.
the
Definitely ready.
fight is the
Of course,
fight
they're
is
gonna sell
gonna
more when they
it's
both got
gonna
more
do more.
followers.
It's gonna do more. It's
You
gonna
can't
do
tell me
numbers.
7 million
Yes.
social media followers don't ain't gonna sell.
No,
'Cause
it's gonna sell, but how many do you think they're on? They're not old. They're not old. Like Devin like 23, 24. They're
but
not old.
I don't want these. I don't think they walk on water though. I don't think like they can
They
lose.
ain't yes, they're not gonna do it the Floyd way. One, because I can't
You
tell you
just
everything.
you
One,
just
I
said
can't
I,
tell you
you just said it.
one,
Tyson Fury
I
wasn't
can't
supposed
tell
to
you
be
everything
involved.
because boxing is changing. Like I know inside information that's going on,
Like,
but I
it's a
can't
thing called upsets
basically
out
tell
here.
you. You
It's a
said,
thing called
yeah, nah,
upsets in
it
boxing.
is. It is. And what you're telling them, you're telling a fighter to be basically to fight right now. Like if I was them, you're basically if I was Tank
Guarantee
or
your
Shakur,
money.
you're basically saying fight right now because you don't know if you're gonna lose in the next year or two. And as a fighter, I'm like, nigga, I'm not losing. What are you talking about? I mean, that's what you're
No,
basically telling. You're basically saying cash in right now
no,
because
only Tank saying that. Shakur and Dev will fight him right now. Not all three of them saying that. They'll fight him today. Only
yes,
Tank making
because
no
he's
move.
the one with the money. They want
No,
to fight the money.
Shakur and Dev is not. It's Tank saying that. Shakur and Dev are fighting tomorrow.
But Tank doesn't have no belts and stuff. So what? So but they want him to fight him because he's the money. He ain't tripping on them. He don't need them.
No,
Now
I'm that's,
the
that's
fans
what
need
I'm
them.
saying
See
though.
now,
That's what I'm saying.
see
That's
what I'm trying to explain to y'all is y'all gotta understand how the plan is going. Like Tank as if you were Tank, don't look at it as a boxing fan right now. If you were Tank right now, cause now I'm out of school like how
no.
I'm on
It
a
makes
nine.
sense. They can
Cause we
fight
gotta
me
think
tomorrow and get five
money.
million. So why fight Devin Haney? It makes sense. I know what you're gonna say.
No,
It
and
makes
no,
sense.
not why. It ain't even why. It's not even why.
It
It's
makes
like
sense.
okay, cause he will. It's just let me do that. So once, cause let me do that. Let me fight these dudes now. Keep getting this 1, 2 million right now. So when I'm 31, 32, and I'm ready to get out of here, or maybe a year. Oh, let's not even say 31. Let's just say a year and a half. He about to turn 31. When he ready to get out of here, cause he keep telling y'all that he don't want to fight for that long. I'm gonna have my last fights, and now I'm gonna make buku money because they're gonna be my last fights, and I'm gonna ride into the sunset. Not fight right now at 29, and then at 30, 31, be like, who's gonna be my dancing partner for my you know what I'm saying? It's all marketing, it's all business. You gotta have a plan, you gotta understand how you're going through this. You can't just say, oh yeah, I want these fights now because you still need to make money next year and the year after that. And the year after that. You get what I'm saying?
But
You still gotta make money after the year after that and the year after that.
but
Like
you but
boxing
you
gotta
gotta
keep going.
remember, you speaking on if stuff go right. Do you know if Shakur lose in November, he gonna make $10 after his next fight after that?
No, he won't.
You just speaking if stuff go right. You just
No,
speaking
he
if
won't. It's
every
Shakur, man. It's Shakur. It's Shakur. It's Shakur. Yes, if Shakur lose right now
well, Spence
tomorrow,
just lost to Bud and they didn't care. They're
and he
not
about
gonna
to get
care he
another
lost to
rematch clause
Edwin.
of, and he about to secure another bag for a rematch clause. You don't think they're gonna put that in the contract?
Well, it would have been. It probably would have already
It's
been
a
in the
bag.
contract.
Come on, man. Boxers are not dumb. Y'all think we dumb. One thing we not dumb is about our money. They're gonna put whenever Devin Haney and Shakur fight. I mean, not Devin Haney. Devin Haney and Tank fight or Shakur and Tank fight is going to be a rematch clause. So they're gonna fight twice. They're gonna get double the amount of money. Like you got to understand. They move it like that. So we're gonna get the
No, but
fight.
I'm
Like,
saying
trust me.
all that sounds amazing if they don't lose. Is what I'm
If
saying.
he still lose, they still gonna fight. I'm trying
If
to tell
they
you
could go out and
why.
get knocked out tomorrow, and then everything you
You
said
still
doesn't matter no more.
they're still gonna fight. They're still gonna fight because it's not. You're still gonna buy if Shakur get knocked out or Tank get knocked out tomorrow. You're still gonna buy Davis versus Stevenson on pay per view. You
I
know
don't.
damn
I
well if it
mean,
come out, you're gonna buy it too. I'm just a fan.
I'm a. I mean, I'm a boxing fan. I'm a buy every fight. So that's not
Exactly.
saying much
I'm
to
just
me.
saying.
But
I'm
to the
saying
casual,
casuals too, because they want to
no.
see the shit. They want to see that matchup. It don't matter if Shakur lose to Devin, right, and then he got to fight Tank. They're still gonna fight. Watch him fight Tank. I'm
It wouldn't
telling you.
be the same though. The money wouldn't be the same at all though.
Shit. What? Shit.
It wouldn't be the same.
Man,
So
I'm trying.
so
It's
Bud
all
and Spence
about
would have made the same exact
negotiation.
money with a loss on their record, not undefeated.
You said what's that again?
I said so Bud and Spence would have made the same exact money as they made with a loss on their record.
No, but they were on undisputed though. That's an undisputed championship.
I
So
know,
they
but
gonna make
you
that.
saying
They
undefeated though.
if they were just if they were
So
just
a loss would have mattered then. You just said no,
yeah.
so it would have mattered
But they
then.
got belts. I told you, money with the belts matter. That's what make the money jump. That's why they want people to get the belts. That's why they need. That's why they're trying to push Devin to fight Tank more than they're trying to push Shakur to fight Tank. You get what I'm saying? They keep talking about it more with Devin than Shakur because the belts is what makes the money. Shakur don't have the belts, so what they trying to do is
But
now
Devin sell
Shakur
more than
about to
Shakur. That's why they pushing Devin. He just sell
and
more.
Look
But it's
what I'm about to tell you what the
not
move's
really the
about to be.
belt.
The move about to be right here now. Shakur about to fight, right? Boom. Shakur about to get in line for either this fight is a title
It is
or
a fact.
it's a
No, it's for a title.
exactly. So so look, so you see the move. Now at 35, Shakur is about to get a title. He's about to be relevant at the 135 division. Who else is at the 135 division that everybody want to see? Tank. So if Tank doesn't take the Devin fight or the talks don't go right and whatever don't have no plans to go to 140, they're gonna move it into the Shakur fight because Shakur has the value at 135 where he's staying. You get what I'm saying? It's all about the belts and the promotion. The promotion people look like the fighters don't care about the belts, but the people in the suits and you know what I'm saying, the behind the politics, it's the belts because they try to what they're trying to. They don't want people like Tank to you know be saying forget them belts. I just want to fight for money. Like that makes it bad for them. Wow, if everybody was saying that, who would care about belts, right? And who would make them money? So they don't want that. So what they're trying to do is bring order back, make order to the belts, bring order back to significance back to the belts. So if a belt is the way you get a money
A
fight,
lot of
that's what
words
they
for
gonna do.
ducking.
Huh?
That's a lot of words for ducking for not fighting somebody.
Nah, for sure. I mean, nigga,
Just say you ain't
I
gonna
don't
fight
believe,
somebody. That's a lot of
I
words
don't believe none of them
for
three.
not wanting to
You
fight
asked me if
somebody.
you asked me if none of them three are ducking each other. I don't believe none of them fighters are ducking each other. I've seen all three of them and they will fight everybody. Like I just believe they wait. They know, but it's all about timing, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like, right? If you rush a product, it's not gonna be right. And if you be too scared, you gotta bet on yourself. If you wasn't confident in yourself. Why you doing this? Like if you confident in that you gonna win it all and you gonna do all this, why don't be
If you
scared
gonna
to
win
be
it
like,
all,
oh,
what order do it matter who you fight if you think you could beat all of them anyway?
because it's his plan. It's everybody. Do you move on like your plan right now in life? Do you move on your co-host plan or you move on your plan? You move on your life. You don't worry about what his plan is. So they gonna set it up today. They best ability. They got like Devin Haney team got a plan for him. Shakur team got a plan for
It's an
him.
amazing plan. I'm not saying the plan not amazing. I'm just saying he don't want to fight him right now. It's just a lot of words for not wanting to fight right now.
Who don't want to fight?
Tank, you don't want to fight them guys right now.
You're saying that like they sent the contract like Tank. You want Tank to be like, yeah, I Tank is the top draw. They got to be worthy to fight to him. Why would the king come down to somebody if he in the kingdom? Why would I come down to a peasant down
You said
that's down
Shakur
there?
is
That's how he
definitely.
feel.
You said two of the best fighters in the world got to be worthy.
Got to be worthy. No, that's how he
What
feels.
else they
Yes,
got to do? I thought being
that's
the best, one of the best in the world, is worthy.
listen, I don't know. You gotta ask Tank. This is how he feels. I'm not. You're asking me like I'm the one to ask these questions. I don't know. I'm just telling you how he feels and how the game is going. Like you want him to say, "Oh yeah, right now that they'll fight them, do this," and he not. I mean, it just don't work like that. Business don't work like that. It just don't. It don't. If it could be, yes, it does say, "Oh yeah, I want to fight with him and I could do
Don't
that,"
work
but it
like
just
that
don't
with the
work like
best
that.
fighters. With the regular fighters, business just be working so smooth and easy. Like with the business,
Because
like what that shit just be
for
crazy.
you said for who?
What business don't work like that for big fights. With the easy fights, when the big fighter when they doing mismatch fights, business be easy. When two of the
Because
best want to fight for some
and
reason,
I
all these
and
words to be said. But when
and
you want to fight, this
because in the
shit is
business of
signed and
boxing,
sealed and done.
it's more percentages and more going into when it's business behind it. Because when Devin Haney got people responsible for him, he got lawyers, accountants, business. That's why purse bid. You don't never hear no purse bid about no regular fight, do you? You ain't
No.
never heard nobody say that because it's more business behind when it's fighters of that caliber. That's why it's like that. If because when it's a regular fight that you're supposed to win and it's mismatched, don't nobody care about that mismatched fighter. He ain't got that many teams. Ain't nobody backing him. So they all on his side. So everything goes smooth. But when this fighter says, I think I deserve this, and this fighter say, I don't think you deserve that, this when you get stuff that fights don't get matter. So it's the teams, it's not the fighters. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You making it more about Tank. You making it more about Tank saying, oh, I don't want to fight Tank. And it's not Tank. It's not, that's what I'm trying to explain. It's not Tank, it's not Devin, it's not Shakur. It's not none of them three. The teams and the business behind it is stopping the fight. That's what I'm trying to explain. Like they're making it marinate like that. The fighters themselves, they want to rumble. They've been rumbling all their life. They've been fighting since they were little boys. They're not scared of nobody. It's insulting that you keep saying that they're scared or ducking each other when they've been fighting all their life. They've been putting their life on the line since they were 6 years old in the ring.
I mean,
So they
you could not want to fight somebody and still think you could beat him. It's just smart business. Like if he could fight me for 5 million, that don't mean you think you can't
no
beat
no no no
Shakur.
no
You
no
just gonna
not
fight
not
me for 5 million.
no 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 fight not fighting somebody right
That don't
now
mean
and
you think
ducking
that
is two
mean you
different
think
things.
you just being
Hold on.
smart. Just being
No no
smart.
no
You
no.
going the business
No,
route.
I got you. I got no. That's what I said. Not ducking somebody and not fighting somebody right now is two different things. Like I believe right now, that's what Tank is doing. Tank is not ducking Shakur or Tank. I mean Shakur or Devin. I believe he's just not fighting them right now. And I believe they're doing the same thing. I don't believe none of them are ducking each other. They're just waiting to the right time. They know they gotta sell the fight. They
No,
gotta sell the fight, bro. I ain't gonna lie, they gonna sell the fight. That's why Shakur now is coming out in more interviews. He's saying more names about
Shakur
Tank. He
literally
name
said,
dropping.
"I'm waiting on him." They waiting on Tank. Tank doing. They not waiting.
And come on, okay,
They willing
you
tomorrow.
just and listen. So you just seen Tank just pop out of nowhere yesterday, right? Training, right?
Yeah.
Just let stuff marinate, brother. Like he got stuff coming up. They got their date. Devin got his date. So who don't got a date right now? Confirmed. So
Everybody got dates.
once they no Tank don't got no date confirmed.
No, I'm
They
talking
got
about
dates.
everybody we want to see him fight got a date. So it really matters
Exactly.
about
So
his date.
exactly. So basically, what's going on is they're gonna have their turn.
I mean, he
He's
gonna
gonna
have.
have his turn. Tank's gonna come back probably at the beginning of 2024, have his fight, and you know the pros interviewers they're gonna ask. Like, come on now, people want to say people feel the same way as you. So in a post game interview, they're gonna ask. They're not gonna do that more. Who you want to fight no more? They're gonna bring up either Shakur or Devin. They're gonna hop their ass in the ring. You gotta understand business. This is how they market. I'm telling you. This is the same way they did with when Devin fought Loma. They wanted to see how Devin was going to be. Okay, they put Shakur get in the ring. Devin like, I ain't really giving him too much. So they knew at that point like, oh, that fight ain't gonna be the one. Like
No,
they if they would have got say if they would have gotten in the ring right and they would got the jawing at each other and they would have been talking then that fight would have been the one that made. But they didn't give them that and they didn't the fans wanted to see that and they didn't give them that. So at that point it made it be like, they ain't really what we so they moved on to take. It's all business. They put that I'm trying to tell you, them suits put that stuff in motion, bro. You think the suits don't run it, the suits run it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of like undercover stuff in boxing, man, that go on that you know what I'm saying. A lot of casuals don't know about. They penalize the fighter for that stuff,
and we
man. I
know the
ain't gonna.
politics in boxing. That's why we. That's why we complain because we know about it.
Yeah, and as I said,
Because we know it's
you gotta
business
complain too.
before
Yeah,
actually fighting. That's literally why we complain because we know so much about how much is about the suits before it's about the fight.
yeah, but I'm man. That's why my whole thing is preaching. Just when all this is going on, like I said, just don't get mad at the fighters because I promise y'all it's not them. Now, some fighters, I'm saying the upper echelon. Some fighters do be ducking. Now, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying everybody don't be ducking. The ones we named that we're talking about right now, none of them three are ducking each other. They all certified goons. All of them. They ain't scared of nothing. But some other fighters, yes, I've seen other pro fighters, duck people and turn down contracts and stuff like that that you don't know about. So yes, ducking is going on, but this is not one of them situations, and nor was Spence or Crawford. That's what. Or no, it's Benavidez or Canelo. Like, do you feel like Canelo ducking Benavidez? Because that's what people be saying now. No, I don't believe that's. I believe that he's setting that shit up for that
When
last
people
fight.
say I don't I think when fans say duck, they don't really mean you scared or think you can't beat somebody. They just know that if you truly woke up today and truly wanted that to be your next fight, it'd be made. But we know that you're gonna choose the business because that's the smart way to go because you have a family. So when people say ducking, they don't really mean that no, he not gonna fight.
And
He not gonna
and
fight Dave because
honestly,
he don't.
as a
He's
man, we all
scared.
men on this podcast. Did you just hear what you said? I don't give a daggone what all these people say that don't know me. You just told me I'm gonna take care of my family, make some money. I'm good. Like that's all. That's the goal. We didn't get into
No,
this
that's what
boxing to be.
that's what I'm saying. Like
So
I
that's what
said,
they're gonna do. Now,
we could
now
be
once they feel like once fighters feel like they made enough money to where they're good, like I'm not struggling and all that. Now is where you get to the legacy and now let me get to that. That's what they but they gotta get good first. Some people box because they ain't never had shit.
no, I get the business side. That's literally the complaint of fans. Literally, because we get the business side. Like
Mm-hmm.
we all know Tank could fight me for 5 million. That's why he's not gonna fight Shakur next for five
Mm-hmm.
million. Because why not just beat me up
For
for
five
5 million?
million.
We all get that point. The whole
Mm-hmm.
thing is we get mad because I know that if Tank truly wanted Shakur Stevenson next and he had it dead set on his mind, I'm fighting him next. I know he could pick up his phone and make it happen. I just know he can.
Yes. And what I'm
That's why
saying.
people get mad.
No,
That's
what
why
people and what I'm
he
saying
knows the
to
business.
you,
We know he can
no,
fight
it's
business,
true.
so
That's
I
true.
fight
But what I'm
you
saying to
know?
you is that it's not the. I mean, with that part, it's not the
I
business.
just know that if Tank truly wanted to, like how he wanted to spend money, if he truly wanted that fight,
He
he
can
would
make
get
it.
that fight. He would make
And
he'll
what I'm saying is you're going against the. He got a plan for himself, or his team got a plan for him.
no, like I
So
said, I get the business side. They
they
doing
they
smart,
kind no
smart
this
business.
not this is
Everybody
no this is
smart
not
business.
business. No, this is not business. This is his. I'm talking about this his immediate team, like his coaches, his advisor, like the people that pick his fights and shit. They have a plan for him. Like
I
everybody
know.
has a visionary plan. Like how you asked me earlier in the show. You was like when do I see myself 24 months, 36 months.
Yeah.
Like they got that same type of map out too, where they gonna have certain fighters and have do this, and I want to be here. I want to be able to step up at this time. By the time I turn this age, I want to be able. So when they look at they plan, it's like okay, well we ain't plan for this yet. It's still we did plan for it, but not yet. Let's go ahead and milk this before we get to that. That's how you know what I'm saying. They
No,
don't be want to put certain pieces. The
no, but
the the
that's
team, the
why fans is mad though, because they know that we know Tank got a plan in Shakur, not the first fight. That's literally why people is upset.
but y'all basically saying take
Like,
basically
we
I'm
know this
telling the
already.
fighter don't make enough money. I mean,
It's 50 undefeated fighters. Everybody ain't that good. We know
yeah,
everybody got a plan.
yeah,
Like, let's be real. 200 undefeated fighters. Y'all all ain't the best. Everybody can't be the best. So we know
yeah.
everybody moving great business. So we get that part. But
My
we
thing,
just know that
my thing is right
we just
here that
frustrated because we trying to see y'all fight instead of have 50 undefeated fighters. That's all.
I
Because
got I get
50 of
what
y'all
you
can't be the best now.
I get what you're saying. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense as a fan. Like, yeah, I'll be
Everybody got
frustrated.
a good team.
I'll
Why you
be
say
frustrated too.
undefeated niggas? Because everybody got a good team.
Yeah, no, it's frustrating. But what you're telling, basically, you're telling women what y'all the fans are advising. I don't want to keep saying you, like I'm just talking to you, but what the fans be advising is basically saying make less money, cash out now, and make less money. Because I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna make more money by prolonging this shit and fighting these people and collecting these little million here, and then get that 10 million, 20 million fight twice and then be good. I'm gonna make more money doing that than getting this 10 million right here, and then after this fight, not knowing what direction I want to go into. That's what that's how fighters feel. Cause after once y'all give them the big like right now after we're like even Crawford after y'all said that Spence stuff like Spence and Spence he beat Spence now we really don't have nobody that we really want him to fight now we're searching he don't have a plan he just know he need to be active but he ain't got no plan right now because he done fulfilled his plan now everything else is extra that was his plan. That is somebody that fulfilled their plan to excellence. Now he wanted to get on faster, but he knew he was going to be undisputed in 40, and he said, I'm gonna be undisputed in
I'm glad,
47.
bro. Even Crawford, I'm glad you brought up Crawford because even Crawford, one of the guys who hate how fighters move with the business.
Yeah.
Everything when you beat up Spence, now it's like your words, like it just ring different now. Everything you were saying just ring different now. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, you probably did want to fight him already, and they was worried about the business, and you was right. You really did give,
Now,
you really
yeah,
did care.
now some fighters that again that's why I said it's some fighters that is out there really ducking. So now but I was that's why I explained to you that it's not these three, but it is some fighters that out here ducking that do have titles that do don't want to fight these guys. That's real. That is real. I'm just telling you that it's not those three that you name. Now it's other fighters that wait. I've seen it with my own eyes. Been in rooms. Been on the phone. It's other fighters for sure that are ducking and don't want to lose their title. Don't want to give somebody a shot. Don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Any of that. That's real. And Crawford knows that because he's been on the back end. People not trying to give him shots.
Like
You know
one,
what I'm saying?
like with like at least like one thing I respect Spence is Spence told Crawford to his face that most fighters won't admit, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna go the easy way route first. Fighters just don't believe they be doing that. It's like y'all do be I be doing that, but fighters that get mad
All
when you say
listen.
that. Fighters that get mad
That's
when you say
because
that,
see
like yo,
boxers the fans be mad. I mean, because no, not I'm not saying fans
no,
be
fighters get mad when
the
you tell
other
them that
fighter
they
because I'm gonna tell you the other fighter be mad. The other fighter be mad, right? Because you basically tell him you're basically telling another man like, nigga, I could make you all these millions right now, but I'm gonna choose not to because I'm gonna wait. And he like, man, I'm trying to get the millions right now.
he
That's how
being
he looking at it.
honest though. Most fighters just be
Yeah,
like,
I
nah,
mean, no,
you
I
can
respect
figure
that.
out. That's all it
I'm
is.
with that. No, I'm with all that. I understand exactly what you're saying. Like, I'm with that. I'd rather I tell the media, like, listen, this is how I'm gonna do it. I mean, I'm gonna get them fights. I'm not scared, but I'm gonna get this easy, like, cause this is what we do it for. Like, I mean, much as everybody wants to say yeah, it's for legacy and all that, but man, we do it to get paid. Don't nobody get paid for. I mean, nobody want to keep getting punched for free. It's all about the money, right? So, I mean, I'm cool. I'm cool with people said I don't have no problem with a fighter, especially a fighter like Spence or that upper echelon that's up there that's saying he's doing it to collect all his money. Like I have no problem with how Floyd did his thing or how Tank's doing his thing. I have no problem with none of that. I don't have no problem with the way Devin doing this thing and how he, like everybody moves different. I have no problem with nobody move, but it's when I know a fighter's ducking. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. I don't care about the Devin, the Shakur, and Haney because I just know they're not ducking each other. I know that's business. Like some fights, you just know. Like these fighters are too damn good. Been in the ring with too many damn people to be scared to fight another grown man. They ain't scared. It's all about they just waiting for the time to be right. That's all. And the fan, it's us fans, because I'm a fan too, looking at that stuff. Because y'all not the only ones that don't want to see the fight. I want to see it too, right? So as a fan, I know we like, man, let's go. Like I'm trying to see y'all fight. Ain't nobody got time to keep waiting. But you know what I'm saying? It's just business. And and then that's when I put my boxer hat on and be like, all right, how would I think of this if I'm in business? It's like, yeah, that money got to make sense. So I mean, not make sense for now. Don't cause right now, say like this, right? Say if you give me an autograph right now, right? It might not be worth that much, right? You get it, you fight, but in a couple years, and you make it, and you get on some clout, that autograph might go for 100K or something like that, and you sold it for me for $5. Now you feel like, damn, I lost money, but you don't realize that until 2 years later, and that's how they gonna realize that with the fight. They're gonna realize 2 years later if they fight now, like, damn, I could have made 20 more million or 10 more million. That's why they doing that. I'm trying to say that's why they doing it. I already know. It ain't nothing else to it because it's no other logical way. Like as a fan, like it's no other logical way. They're not scared. You know what I'm saying? They want to make money. What else? Like why else wouldn't they want to fight? They not worried about being the next Floyd and be 50 and no. Nobody gives a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? There's no other what I'm saying explainable way why wouldn't they want to be fighting. It's like it's business. It's all about money. Anytime it's prolonged and it's all about money. That's how I look at it. It ain't the fighters. Like yeah, the fighters can say they can say and all that I want to fight him, but yeah, I'm gonna tell you to try to go get that fight, and they got to go do the managers and team got to go do that. But when it comes to like talking to his manager and talking to his lawyer and all that, that's when little dumb stuff started coming up and they started asking outrageous stuff. I ain't got like, I can't explain it. Y'all gotta just hear it. I can't disclose contract information, but y'all gotta just hear some of the crazy stuff these people be asking for. But they ask for it because they're ducking on purpose, but they don't want to say they're ducking. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say it's little forms of ducking. You just gotta catch it. But what these guys are doing, they're not ducking. I know some real ducks like that, people that be ducking, bro. And these guys not that. We just gotta be patient and know that these guys they're not gonna lose, bro. I know I feel what you're saying too. You like, man, let me get them for they upset, somebody lose, somebody get injured or something like that, and the fight lose value. I get where you coming from, but those two, that's the head right now. It's no other fight in boxing that you want to see other than Shakur and Tank right now, or a Shakur and Devin. Like those are the two fights. Crawford and Spence
They
already.
gave us everything we wanted. They left. They the only people
Exactly.
left.
So what now when they that's the only thing that's their money. That's their cash cow. If they go broke today, if whoever goes broke or whatever, they're gonna that's the fight that's gonna keep them afloat. So they gotta keep that in their back pocket. You gotta think about this like business. Don't think about this as fighters. Think about this as a corporation. They gotta move pieces like that. This shit is like monopoly. It's not like you think it's just like fighter, yeah, team, go fight. No. I told you it's them suits. They move them pieces. They tell Tank, all right, I'm gonna need you to fight such and such, this, that, boom, boom, on this date in December, because I got you this slot. And then after that, I'm gonna get you again in September the next year. You're gonna be fighting. And they give them a plan. That's how they do it. And you sign with the team. You're signed with them. Like you have to, I mean not with the team, you sign with the promotion company. So you gotta abide by what they tell you. You
No,
get
you're
what I'm
right.
saying?
You're right about that. Cause Tank had he had two fights lined up at the same time.
You get what I'm saying? Like you think that he went to come on now. Somebody did that. Like it's a reason for that. I'm trying to tell you. It's them that's why I'm trying to I'm trying to talk in codes, but without giving you the information, y'all. Like that's what I'm saying. If you want to learn some stuff, like go back and watch this interview again and keep reading what I'm saying. Cause I'm telling y'all some stuff, but I can't disclose it. So just y'all smart, use context clues. Y'all gonna get it. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that's all it is, man. These guys are great fighters, man. They just it's unfortunate that the boxing business is what I'm saying where it's at right now, so we can't get the fights as fans like we want to. But they got to keep boxing afloat. Because think about it, if we have Devin Haney versus Shakur and Tank versus Devin Haney or Tank versus Shakur in 2024, right? What fights are we gonna be looking forward to in 2025? What's the next fight? They gotta wait. So you gotta wait for the next generation, right? The next generation is not ready to go. You know what I'm saying? We're not the my younger crew,
You
my
don't know
crew.
y'all don't know y'all rivals yet, so they don't know the big fights yet. Cause y'all
Yeah,
ain't got.
we good now. You getting it, baby. Now you working. Now you thinking business, shorty. There we go. It's all about a business. Before in chat, before you put your king and queen out, you got to make sure you good. You can't just say, "Oh yeah, I'm my first one. I'm gonna just let my queen go out there." Nah, cause you gonna lose. Like that's crazy. You can't throw your Hail Mary the first quarter. Nah, you got to wait. Once you know you got something in your pocket again, like I see what's going over there. I got somebody at 65. You got more fights that everybody looking forward to. Then it's like, oh, all right, now let the big dogs go ahead, cause I can afford to let you go now, cause now I'm building up this next.
But I said they both been pro for damn near a decade
Cause they
though.
don't get, cause don't think about it. Don't think about it. The promotion companies do not care about us.
Already.
I know they don't give a damn about what
Don't
we
don't
talking
don't
about.
think for one don't think for 1 second that it's like, oh, the promotion companies are sitting there to protect us. Like they not letting us fight to protect us. They don't care. They give two shits about us. They don't care. We make money for them. I mean, and everybody is saying if you got a money relationship, you love everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. Like because once the moment that you stop making money for them, they don't care about you. They gonna throw you to the wolves. Like it don't matter. But when you make money for them, they gonna try to protect you because you're making them the most money. And that's how it goes. So whenever you can maximize your money and you maximize out, that's it. They done.
But fighters don't admit that. Like fighters won't just say, "Yeah, my promoter protected me." Like they won't admit that. Like,
Cause
but
honestly, you're not. That's some
all how it is. Like, bro, you
because
take
they don't because some they don't actually tell everybody that.
they get
Some
mad at you. That's just the truth. It's cool
some
though. That's
people
business. That's what you're supposed to do. Every top fighter got protected.
because some people don't some people are I
Every
would say
fighter
it,
about
oblivious. Some people are oblivious to it. Like they don't know that that's what's going on. Like they not like but if you've been around the game, like if you've been around the game for a while, you really know and you've seen it, you know that's what's going on. That's what every team does. Like yeah. But again, somebody that's not you don't do you hear Tank getting mad about stuff like that when they say Floyd protecting you? He
nah.
don't never. You don't hear him get mad. Like, duh, that's what he supposed to do. That's what I hired him to do. What the fuck? Like,
Bullshit.
I mean, honestly, this is. But people that don't know or don't have that mental capacity or to be able to keep themselves calm and cool and know that people gonna say stuff to them that's gonna bug them. Now, don't really know that's what's going on. They getting their feelings about it. Like, if somebody tell me right now, yeah, Barry Hunter is protecting you, Scooter. Duh. I'm 21 years old. He supposed to protect me. I'm supposed to guide my way through there. Now, once I get to the top at that point, then it's like, all right, now it's business is about money and what fight I'm gonna make. But it's still protecting me. What's gonna be the best fight? No, what's the best fight for my fighter? That's how they're
Like,
looking at
but,
it.
like even Bud was getting mad at fans, but it's like, bro, you did beat a shitty Kell Brook. It's okay. You still a bad
I ain't
motherfucker.
gonna say that. I wouldn't say that though. I don't with. I'm not with that. I'm not. I ain't gonna say a shitty Kell Brook. I'm not gonna say that. I would say did he beat a more damaged Kell Brook? Yes, but he wasn't shitty. I wouldn't call him shitty.
Kell Brook that got
He
40
got caught.
eyes
Like that. That's he got
broken.
caught. That one we didn't even. People get mad at that fight, but y'all just really get mad about how quick it was. Really, because
No,
he we
the
because
fight.
we never really even got to see if Kell Brook really still had it because the fight didn't even fucking unwind for real. They ain't even shake out the kinks. He
I
got
ain't gonna
caught.
lie. The three rounds. If you really watch boxing, the 3 rounds let you know that was gonna be a good fight if he ain't hit him like that. Just
That's what
them
I'm.
little rounds.
That's my
Because Kell
point.
Brook
My point is
was
that
hurt.
like we ain't even get to really see it. So I don't like to be like, oh yeah, I don't discredit that. I don't discredit his Kell Brook win, but I'm definitely not dumb to say that that's not the same Kell Brook that fought Spence for sure. No,
And that's
that's
all we
all.
saying. And Buddy get
But
mad at like
again, it's about how you know. It's about how you say it. People. It's about how you say it. See, media people, y'all say it in certain ways to make it, and in certain ways you can say a sentence could make it seem certain. You know what I'm saying? People perceptions they could take it a different way. You could say, oh yeah, Kell Brook was not the same fighter when he fought uh Bud. And it's like somebody could be like, cool. They be like, or you could say that Kell Brook was damaged when he fight you, but it's like it means two different things. Like when you say he's damaged, it make it be like, oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. But if you say he's not the same fighter, it make it seem like you're discrediting his win. I say, and that's the worst thing you could do for a boxer.
that he not the same fighter. Like what are we talking?
But
Like it's
no, that's not a that you can't but
like
that's you can't discredit his win because his eye ain't the reason why he got caught. Like that
no,
jab that hurt him, that had nothing to do with that orbital bone. You get what I'm saying?
no, I
Like
get it, but it's still the truth that that's not
no,
like
I'm saying, but yes,
that's why at
it's still the
prime,
truth. But
that's what we
do
call
you
a
hear
prime.
that? You don't hear how that's discrediting? How that I can see it so much like people make excuses about not excuses, but people make things about hand injury, shoulder. That's something that can hinder you from doing something, right? Andre injury until you get hit in the eye, it doesn't bother you, right? He had got his surgery and all that, so he didn't get hit in the eye. The eye didn't have no effects on him in that Terrence fight. He got caught with a shot. That eye didn't do that. Now, yes, I'm saying yes, he is a damaged fighter because he has had his orbital bone broken and all that. Yes, but you can't discredit. Now, if Crawford say like this, say if Crawford would have hurt him like that, he would have got up from that thing and his eye was swollen and shit like that, and they stopped the fight from the eye. Then I'd have been like, oh yeah, that's a damaged Kell Brook, this and that. But he knocked him out without fucking up the eye, so I can't really say, oh yeah. I can't discredit that because he knocked him out. He knocked him out with a jab. Like
This crazy.
I can't really discredit it. It's just yeah, but I know for sure that's not the same one that fought Spence or Triple G. I'm real.
I ain't gonna lie, certain shit is black and white and ain't that difficult, and that's one of those things where he
You
just
think
must
so? You think so? I think
like.
I can we gonna agree to
That's
disagree
why
to
it's
that.
a thing called prime. That mean when you at your best. That mean it's a point when you're not at your best.
Yeah, I mean yeah, he
That's
did.
all I'm saying. That wasn't.
But you see how you just said. You see how that word? No, but no. Did you see how that word though? You see how that word just gave you a better thing? You said if you tell somebody, if you say that Crawford didn't fight, like Crawford beat him, but he didn't fight a prime Kell Brook. That sounds different than he didn't beat the Kell Brook. It sounds different. It comes off different. It's like oh yeah, he was in his prime back then. Like they understand what that means. But when you say he ain't beat that's not the same. That's not the same Kell Brook. It make it be like you basically saying, oh, he's some shit now and he just got an easy win. That's how us boxers take it, I say. But when you say that prime word made that sentence sound totally different. Like a prime Kell Brook, yes, that was not a prime Kell Brook. We know that.
Everybody wrong. We could just all handle shit because we all adults. That Chuck said.
No, 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 because all people can't do that. I mean, I can, but all fighters, like some fighters is not. They ain't got it up here, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. So you can't like me. I'm you know what I'm saying. We having debates and agreeing to disagree, and I don't take none of this personal because it's boxing talk. You know what I'm saying. We not. But some people like you know what I'm saying. Some boxers and stuff. You talk and you start saying certain. They get personal and they feel like you know what I'm saying. You attacking and they don't know how to distinguish that. So I don't take none of this stuff personal because it's boxing. It's all opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's all what people think and you can be and I could be wrong, you can be wrong, or both of us could be wrong, and it's like, oh, we just guessing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. That's how I feel. Like I ain't
On
with
that
that get mad stuff.
hard. Y'all
Huh?
see Bud was going at Ellie Hart after the win?
Yeah.
He
But
he was going at Ellie Hart. He told my
Ellie,
he said y'all all look sad. He said something like, and I see a
bruh,
bunch of y'all faces and y'all all look sad. And I told y'all, he said you
bruh.
got goofy ass over there looking like he said something.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
yeah,
Nah, Terrence really be on that. Like, as I said, you see certain fighters that's like, like I can't explain. Like you know real men. Like I've been around real men, solid men in my life, so you understand real men and how real men conduct themselves. And Terrence is he gonna stand on business. Like you say something to him, he's gonna pull up on you when he see you. Like you said this. Some fighters on it, like some fighters that people don't know is that internet stuff. You be thinking they tough on that internet,
Like
huh?
you, he called Ellie a hater because he picked Spence. You can't be a hater because you think somebody
Nah,
gonna
I mean, now that part. Nah, I'm not agreeing with that. I mean, I'm not because that's why I don't get into that. That's why that's why that's why you see. But I told you some of the older heads, they ain't really social media oriented. Like they ain't, you know what I'm saying. We more tech savvy. We understand that trolling shit and. You know what I'm saying, and memes, and we understand them older folks. They don't understand that, so they kind of get frustrated with that stuff, or they on edge when they get on the internet. I might look at something like that and be like, whatever, or just ignore it. Like, man, I don't care. But
that
I told you, you gotta understand, it's different generations. That's why I said the next generation gonna be okay with this social media stuff because we're gonna understand how to handle it. This is really the first crew. Spencer and them is the first real crew with social media is like really, really popping. So they don't understand, that meme game and people saying this and people having all these opinions about them. They don't know how to handle it. I say. Like we grew up, my generation, we grew up, now we got TikTok. TikTok is terrible. Like y'all ever seen TikTok comments?
man, going. They be
Like,
going
bro, like
crazy.
TikTok is like ruthless. Like, but
They be
you know what I'm saying? They just mean like that for no reason, but that's just trolling. Like that's so called trolling. So you see it so much on social media that you like, oh, this is what people gonna do. You don't pay it no attention. But if somebody that don't know, imagine somebody come from jail, right? That just institutionalized don't know and start posting and they do that troll stuff on their page. They gonna be like, they gonna be trying to get up with everybody on them comments. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel like the old heads be. Like they respond to they're not gonna respond to the people that don't matter that got 100 followers. But if a blue check say something crazy, they gonna respond because they don't know how to just let it slide. They feel like they gotta say nothing. And you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. But that's the old head in them. They don't really understand social media. That's
that's
it.
true. Oh, yeah, they be on
I'm
some.
telling you, it's a lot of stuff that be misconstrued on this social media stuff that the old heads could really just easily brush off if they really like knew how people meant it. Like y'all know y'all sent, come on, y'all everybody sent a text or something like that and somebody took it the wrong way. You like, I ain't even mean it like that. Like it's
Yeah,
just that's just saying, but that's how it be. So I mean, it ain't no. Sometimes it don't, it just you just gotta let shit rock. Don't take it personal. I say, don't take none of that stuff personal because people gonna be on your side, people gonna root you on, and then there's gonna people that's not gonna like you. I mean, it's gonna be like that. My motto is I just be nice. I be nice to the motherfuckers that rock with me and the motherfuckers that don't rock with me too. Because then you can't say I changed because I act the same to you and you, regardless. Whether I know you don't like me or not, I'm still gonna sit up to you. I'm still gonna dap you up, have a smile, and go by my day. Like I'm the same person to everybody, and everybody can't say that about themselves. And I say that's where we fall in trouble.
we appreciate
For
that.
sure.
We got a
Right.
top post fight interview. You back in the ring November 4th, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, nah. Just hit me up again. Hit me up, and we can get that post interview, and we can talk about what I'm saying. What's next? I got a surprise for y'all. So what I'm saying. We gonna we I'm gonna,
For
yeah.
said, give out your social medias and let people know where they can find you and where they got to do to find you to find your fight November 4th to watch you fight.
Okay. First up, my Instagram is I am Scooter Davis. TikTok, Twitter, everything is IamScooterDavis on all social media platforms. And tickets, you can hit me on either DMing me on all them social medias, or if after Friday you have to go to Ticketmaster.com and type in Davis Promotions, and the fight's right there. You get your fights. I mean, get your seats at Ticketmaster. But if not, until Friday, August 28th, DM me and you can get your ticket squared away for half price for sure.
Yeah. October 28th. You said August, right? You
I
said
mean, my bad. My October 28th. I'm sorry, October 28th. Good job. My bad. My man. My man. See. That's why I fuck with you. My man. But
the
nah. Appreciate y'all boys though. Appreciate y'all for having me.